Hello and good evening, everybody. We're coming up with this awesome game between the Sus team and the Tranquility. They're gonna go head-to-head against each other in a best-of-3 series to find out who's actually gonna fight the next one and then the next one until they're gonna find a winner for the CWCs. We do have only 4 teams remaining over here. The Sus team with Tranquility, as you see right now. We got Frederitos de la Vega waiting in the next week to fight the winner of this bracket, and then we're gonna see them fight against COC, who did manage to take out Frederitos de la Vega last week. So good evening, everybody. Marco Diabolo, good evening, sir. Kao Marx, bom dia, and welcome, ma'am, to the fans channel. Hello and welcome. Guten Abend, mein Herr, Myers Hans. I did see also Marco Diabolo. Bonsoir, bienvenue, Sivki, good evening, sir. Kinky Dreads, hello, bună seara, descrabi și bine ai venit. Tito's, hello there, sir, and welcome. Thank you so much for getting that first promotion. Big shout out to Tito's over here. The first one who actually wrote into the channel. It was one of those emotes coming up from Ensasu. Hello there, sir, and welcome. Sir Penguin 37, welcome, sir. And Mickman does need to go to class, but he will come back a little bit later. Well, I do hope you're going to enjoy the show when you do join us. I also have to say, Linda, good afternoon, ma'am, and also always a pleasure to see you in the stream. I hope you're going to have a wonderful time with us on this evening. Star Spanky, bună seara, domnule. What do we have over here in the chat with in the game? We do have 7 scenes picked up as a map. We also have co-caster, his name, the one and only Justice. He is going to join us in just a few moments here. I just need to put up the text, and he was saying that he's figured out some stuff on the other side. Let me actually unmute myself and see how it's going. Hello there, good evening.
Oh, yeah, hello.
How's it going? Guten Abend.
Ja, guten Abend. Buenas noches.
Bom dia, yeah, every one of those.
Whatever, you know the drill.
Okay, so...
Like my language left me there.
Good evening, Raider, and welcome for the first time. I think he's actually German there. He said hello, right? Don't you say hello in German when you're when you want to say hi?
Yeah, I guess so. Like actually, Germany is very regional when it comes to phrases to say hello. Like in the north, people say moin, and like where I live, people say just gute.
Okay. Interesting. Like I do want to go through the active ban phase, but then I do have to like say a few words about people that I also met from Germany. Give me a second. So we have the 7 Seas map. We are gonna need to see them picking up some navals. They're gonna ban some navals. They're gonna try to go for some simmers, and of course try to get an advantage from the active ban phase. It seems like they're gonna go for Basil II with Maori taken out. These are the bans, by the way. Japan, Mali, Norway, and then Philip II actually picking up a ban here and being snatched in the 6th one. That still allows Portugal to get into the game here. Canada, Portugal, Russia, like they're all options right for the picking. What do you think they're gonna go? UnderTheGun is, I think, better known by you. You had a lot of chat with him. It's like, how is he gonna play this one?
Well, as at 7 Seas, Portugal would be the obvious choice, but they're also like it's not that bad. Like there's now still Kublai channel left. Maybe they want to pick Russia away from like obviously Tranquility showed a lot of love for Russia.
Yep.
And then there's also obviously just the easy choice of going Wiki Daido here, but we will see.
Well, they did go for Portugal first, and it seems like Tranquility is not going to have any of it. They want to get that gold. It is, I gotta say, it is kind of a coin flip anyway with Joe the Third on the 7 Seas. You do need to be careful to actually have a trading partner, and sometimes you have to go really out of your way to create those coastal trade routes. Do you think it's a viable option most of the time for Joe the Third to use only internals?
I mean, obviously not only, but we've seen again and again that good players and good teams just find setups. Like, there's almost always a possibility, and if there's not, you can just remap.
Yeah, that reminds me, they do have a remap token available for them at turn 8. We're gonna have a pause and we're gonna see what they choose. Of course, it is depending on the information they do manage to gather before turn 8 and their position on the map. Maybe they see an opponent, maybe they don't. We're gonna need to check that out in detail. Hazaggi here is gonna go for Kublai Khan China, and Lythoxa is the next one who's gonna need to pick. Coming on this subject, by the way, on the players, I do want to point out we got UnderTheGun, PotatoSandwich, Paul, Hertz, and Atomation coming up tonight for Tranquility, while a very strong lineup, by the way, I have to say. On the other side, we do have Hazaggi, Lythoxa, Alexis, Krempp, and Malm showing up for Sus team. This is, I think, the first time Alexis Krempp was in a CWC. He has been playing mainly on 1v1s. He liked the 2v2s. He also liked to play the squadrons, but this is the first time that he actually enlisted in a 4v4 team for the CWC, and look at him go. He's actually having a chance to go into the finals now.
Yeah, Alexis is a really strong player, like he really surprised me showing off. But this is actually an interesting one, because if they pick Vicky here, Russia will get bent away and the other way around, yeah. So they decide for Russia, so Vicky will probably be gone.
Okay, so they did pick up Dido on Sus team, and it looks like Russia has been immediately picked up by Tranquility. They are going to have a chance for that cultured victory over here with Russia. A lot of Tundra on the 7 Zs.
Yeah, Potato and Atomation are both well, Curse Russia players, and they are very outspoken how much they love it. So,
yeah. Do you think we're gonna see another Zulu UnderTheGun? Is he gonna go 3-4-3 like every game? Zulu?
Like, I mean, it depends, obviously. Like, Zulu is obviously just a strong ban, and a guy like UnderTheGun will just play whatever they feel like is strong. Like it.
Yeah.
So, like, I mean, there's obviously always, like, I don't think that they put that much priority on it, especially on the 7 Cs, which is pretty sim heavy. Like, usually all the gold goes towards naval warfare. So, I would actually say that the 7 Cs is the weakest map of Solo. Even weaker than Highlands, for example.
I tend to agree. Well, Rome would have been an option until it got banned. And I do have to also point at the comment over here. Raider Golem is telling us that he cannot remember when Dido actually had a really good game. And most of the time we do see actually Victoria being picked up in these kinds of maps, not really Dido. Do you think Dido is going to be on the same level as Victoria? It did catch up nerf a while ago, right? In the previous versions of BBG, we did have it nerfed down with the trade route capacity.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you will be convinced by that with this game. Like, generally speaking, like, I mean, I don't want to point fingers at anyone, but generally speaking, in most tier lists, you will find Dido on the same high tier as Vicky. But it's like, it's actually not that easy to play as it looks like. So, like, I guess what I'm trying to say is, as with a lot of meta civs, bad players will just make it look bad. Or like, not top players, let's put it this way. Poland is, by the way, actually interesting ban. That's definitely going respect towards Alexis here. Like, he showed up off in Poland a couple of times.
Yeah, very strong plays over there, and I do feel like these players are starting to pay attention to the preferences of other players, especially their opponents. This is an important part now in the competitive community. Who do they like to play? You know, force them to go out of their way to play a civilization they don't actually know, so they don't perform at the top tier. And immediately Shaka got taken by Alexis Krempp. After we got the bans, by the way, Victoria got taken down, Hungary got taken down, like you said, Poland. It looks like Alexis Krempp is not gonna let UnderTheGun pick Shaka, and he picked it, which I gotta say, he also has a very strong Shaka play. He did a lot of 1v1s, and oh my god, his Shaka play is amazing.
Yeah, I really do love this draft phase by Sus team here. Like they are really dictating as a second pick what has to be done. This is really a smart thought of draft phase by them.
Well, we do have both Hussars banned, Poland and Hungary, I guess. On this side, I am thinking Paul might actually go for Catherine again. He does really like France, and actually wait, Ambionix. He's surprising us. Is he actually gonna go Ambionix, or is that for somebody else? Because Paul is usually quite aggressive when it comes to the game. I'm thinking he's gonna want to play something a bit more aggressive.
Call is probably going to be under the gun. Like I'm actually curious about Automation pick here because like in the past when Potato and Automation are on the team, usually Potato picks up Russia. So like I would assume Gaul is under the gun and what's the oh yeah of course and wait actually no Portugal is gonna be played by Potato. So yeah Paul's pick is left I guess.
He's okay. They let the damage dealers being picked last. Okay, I see how it is. Well, we do need to see also how Malm is gonna want to finish that draft, and we do have a few more seconds to go. It seems like that. Okay, there we go. Montezuma. This works. This definitely can work on him. A lot later timing on Montezuma though, and I guess it does match 7 Cs. It can do well on the seas as well as on land. You do get the military units receive the +1 combat strength when attacking for each different luxury resource improved. If you do have a continent split, that is amazing. We've seen it yesterday actually being played by Hazaggi on the stream, but unfortunately it wasn't that big of a Montezuma because he didn't have a continent split. He only had one big continent and he had to sail away on the other side of the map to actually get more amenities. Not to mention, in the CFR squadrons, they did release the new civilizations into the wild, and Mobande is just running wild over there, galloping with a lot of stats everywhere.
Okay, so Kuya the last. This is very generic one. Some people in chat talked about like indoor and stuff like this. Like both teams here kind of agreed to pick very, let's say, generic flexible teams, so they are not that all into naval, because this is like the core problem of Indonesia. Like other than the junk timing, the Scyth doesn't really have much. So if you happen to just spawn on your own inland sea or stuff like this, the Scyth is actually pretty bad. Like other than a guaranteed God of Sea, you don't have much going there as a Zim bonus. So these guys went more conservative, just picking flexible, strong Siths all around. Because like obviously this is like these are like kind of semi-finals, so you really the game counts, and you already see this in the draft. People playing it safe.
Yeah, exactly. They're going for those safer picks. I do have to agree with what you said over there. It feels like at some part you need to go for the flexible civilizations, especially when you want to be a bit more conservative. Going for something like wild, like I might get emphasis on might get a lot of gold with Portugal, it sometimes doesn't actually give you the results you're looking for.
Yeah, that being said, only having one naval each obviously pushes up Zulu again, because there will be gold for him.
Yeah, just waiting to rejoin over here, because I did see a few 0 MSs. There we go. I was waiting for the lobby to be the tournament draft to be cancelled so I can rejoin safely. If I don't do that, it resets all of the choices, and yeah, it causes issues. Anyway, we're about to start over here. We do have them readying up. We do have UnderTheGun actually picking up the first slot with Ambiorix. Hazaggi is going to go second with Poundmaker. Lythoxa is going to go for Kublai Khan China, and Atomation with Peter. Well, Kublai Khan China over Peter will probably try to go for some form of a culture defense over there. And in the lower part, we do have the two naval civilizations. This is actually a bit surprising for me to see this, putting so little importance importance on the great animals, even on the seven seas. Usually on the seven seas, you do need to get those great animals, and we've seen it how much it actually matters when one nation does have it and another nation doesn't have it. They might not get a lot of rivers to develop with fresh water, their cities and so on, which will matter a lot on their housing. We are going into the first map. We will need to see them play this first game out of this best of 3 series. I do have to remind, this is a knockoff round right here. Whoever doesn't manage to win is not going to be knocked off the bracket, and whoever wins, we're going into the next phase, which they will play Freritos de la Vega. Definitely a very strong team on that side as well.
Yeah, so before you start, I just wanna have another point on the admirals and pointing out that this is just a completely different situation when there's only 2 naval civs. Like they either just agree to just take everything, or the guy who settles naval late just chops out one project and then you recruit everything at once. So like you don't really have this heavy contestant from like 5 or 6 naval civs. So this is very different.
Well, yeah, I do tend to agree with you, but then I see PotatoSandwich in somewhere in the middle. We got Aztec, Coastal as well. They can trade at least. I saw Dido somewhere. Where is Dido? Dido. I saw China on the coast. So it looks like there's a lot, there's a massive coast over here going around. There we go. We got Dido over here, Phoenicia, relatively close to Aztec. So even if there are only 2 navals, they're still gonna need to go for those admirals with the non-navals. I'm sure we're gonna see if they do remain on this map. I'm sure they're gonna get us navalish as possible. Wait a second, Paul just moved off the coast for the extra plus Cothon, or like the gold he's gonna get over there. He does have a silk to improve. Okay, I guess that makes sense. He's gonna get a +1 damage, easy peasy. And I do see him with a possibility to get a harbor out either over here or over here to the west side. We do have to talk about each of the civilizations and of course their neighbors. In this sea, I think it's a 2v2 if I'm not mistaken. Let me see. So it's Tenochtitlan with Portugal. They're gonna have they're gonna be buddies here, and then we do have Phoenicia, Malm coming up in the southeast. Okay, and this is not is this? No, this is not, right? How do we call it? Technical. This is not a technical. He can go 1, 2, 3, 4. He can go 1, 2, 3, 4, and he can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and settle here. So 3 cities anyway, at least. Not good. Don't get me wrong. This is not ideal. What do you think of this spawn, by the way? You don't have that many things to say. Wow, it takes so long.
Yeah, I'm really taking a look. Like generally, I tend to find something which is actually good. Like here's some turtles, and he actually has a decent chance of God of Sea with only 2 naval civs in the game. Like could be workable, but I mean Portugal tends to go 3 cities into shipbuilding anyway, and the islands don't look that bad. So like it's okay-ish. Maybe a 4 out of 10. Maybe a 3.
At least he's gonna have 1 tile chokes to defend against a possible incursion from Phoenicia, which I'm pretty sure he's gonna need to enlist the support help of Aztec, because otherwise this is gonna go one. Oh wait, no, wait, Phoenicia. What is this happening, man? He's going for the... Okay, preferring to go off the coast here. I guess he is going to put a Cothon on the coast and get some ships out. I don't think he's actually going to remain in this lake, right? I hope so. Anyway, let's move forward after PotatoSandwich. We did see Aztec. We do need to take a look at Tranquility overall here. We do need to see Peter. Peter spawned with a lot of Tundra. He has 1, 2, 4, 5 of these camps in the capital. Interesting position with a 1 force with dice tile to work there, and of course possibility to go for an awesome Temple of Artemis. This is gonna be so good. The biggest question we would need to answer is he gonna go for more faith or more food? Food and gold, of course, from Goddess of the Hunt.
He needs 100% here, like he really likes food on the spawn.
So the only sheep tile that he has might not make it. Okay, well, Feed the World is gonna give him some food, but I guess it is gonna be a bit later than Feed the World, or might be a bit later than Goddess of the Hunt. We do have him with quite a few cities on the east side and on the west side. I do like how much fresh water he has from these rivers, and I don't see actually a natural. Oh wait, is this a natural? No, yeah, we got Hazaggi actually quite close to him. I was thinking about, okay, does he actually have somebody to fight against? Yes, he does. We do have Hazaggi in the south. Okay, in horse range also, that's quite close. And we do need to take a look at Ambiorix. Where is the big guy? Where is Ambiorix here? Oh, by the way, did you know UnderTheGun is joining us at the CWC LAN in Paris? Amazing, by the way.
Yeah, I did know. He told me earlier.
Nice. Are you thinking of joining us? Wink, wink. Maybe.
My French is unfortunately not existent, so...
I mean, you don't need French. What do you mean? You know English? I don't know that much French. I know some French. I don't know that much French.
Let's just put it on very unlikely.
Very unlikely, okay. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. Would have loved to see you there. We got a 2-2 base stone tile coming out from UnderTheGun. A bit surprising he actually went for the stone instead of actually improving it and getting some extra adjacency, but I guess he's gonna want to remap this anyway. I don't see that many strategic resources, nor do I see a lot of stone tiles for him to get strong oppidums. Usually it is a requirement to have a very good game with goal. Well, at least he is gonna have some very nice campuses between the mountains. That's a good one. He has a good start with a 2-3 deer tile, and I do see he is relatively protected from his enemies here. Wow. Oh my god.
Thank you, Mr. BBS.
Oh wow, okay, well I guess Mount Roraima is gonna be Petit Roraima from now on. Oh my god, well it is what it's happening, man. Malm, okay, let's see, he's going for the scouts. I do see him benefiting from some faith burden. He's gonna have probably first dibs on a Pantheon, which I'm not so sure he's gonna go for God of the Sea. Maybe he wants to snatch it from an opponent, but he doesn't have that many coastal resources to work. Has a wander to the south, Kobustan, and I don't see any trading partner for him on the seas over here. It is going to be a relatively sad day. Well, he does have after the mountains Alexis Krempp, which I guess they will need to go somewhat out of their way to get that commercial zone going, and we're going to need to see Alexis Krempp also develop his empire with the fresh water to the north. Has a little bit to walk to the south on that river, but once he gets there he can keep on expanding. Not bad. Northeast, a few resources, again quite a bit of far away to go for, but again, but it's nice, and he's not gonna have somebody to go against on land for some time until he's of course gonna meet Paul. Paul, actually, I would say with this spawn, I don't think he's gonna be happy with it. He's gonna need to go coastal here, and this is definitely not something that I think Paul wants to do. But anyway, we'll see. Kublai, China is the last one to talk about. I think so. Beijing is on the coast, on the far east. We do have him with a 3-1 fish tile, 3-1-1 fish tile, plus a 4 campus in the capital that he is probably gonna go for. I hope he's not gonna discover animal husbandry before, because otherwise he's gonna be a very sad panda. He's gonna find out the horse is actually keeping tabs on his +4 campus spot, and he's gonna be very, very mad about it. 231 wine tile for extra production, and multiple cities with fresh water from the lakes, but I guess the coast is gonna prevail anyway. It's oh my god, so many of these reefs everywhere. What is this? Another +4 here, another +4 here, another +2 here, another +2 here, another +2 here. Like, what is happening on this map? Oh, continent split. Is it actually on the? I know on the geothermals it's more likely to spawn, but is it also on the reefs? Do they actually tend to spawn a lot more on continent splits?
I'm actually not sure about this, like especially as Seed obviously doesn't have a continent. I don't know how this is coded, so like I guess we will never know. Like maybe someone in chat knows for sure, but I'm not too sure about the spawn walls on reefs.
What did catch your eye during these spawns, by the way, between the spawns?
Like there's no reason for Tranquility to keep this map, in my opinion. Like Paul is a very medical spawn, which can get worse. Potato is stuck on an island on the medical spawn. Washer is low on food. Gaul has a pretty bad spawn. Like Gaul probably spawned on the 2-2 and had to, and like if he just settled in place there, like he would have had like 4 tiles first being blocked. Like this is not playable for UnderTheGun in my opinion, without moving.
This one, you mean?
Yeah,
from
probably spawned on the 2-2 between the mountains, which is obviously
yeah, that wouldn't have been ideal at all. Yeah.
So like I would be shocked if Tranquility didn't remap here. That being said, like actually the spawns for like I don't know how if I don't think the I'd find Gobistan, and other than this, like Kublai has an amazing cap, but see on all the sides. So I actually don't know if he's really that stuck on this. Like I could imagine both teams remapping here, but we will see.
At the same time, let's see. They're picking. Yeah, you got it. You got it. Wow, with a few seconds to go, there we have it, man. Biggest prediction of the year. We got 2 remaps, so both of them use the remap token right now. Whatever happens next, it's gonna happen. This is the 7 Seas. We're gonna have a remap started up. Oh, I didn't actually see. Leech was asking me something I totally didn't see. I'm sorry.
Portugal, yeah.
Yeah, we were watching that, but it's not. Oh, you can settle here, and here.
It's the rules is just 3 cities within 5 tiles or within 5 turns of movement.
Yeah.
One or the other. No, I just want to clean up my my rules because I'm not sure if it's 5 tiles of walking or 5 tiles.
I think it's 5 tiles and 6 tiles of walking or something like that. It's 6 turns. As in you can move 5 and settle 6. But anyway, I would need to take a look at that rule also. I don't think it was that in any case. He had spawns. It was just not good.
It wasn't. I just realized that I'm not sure how the rule is worded.
You can check it out on the CWC website. I'm pretty sure there's a file over there linked with the full text. Give me a second. I did receive a message on YouTube and I wanna say hello. Okay, there we go.
This actually looks a lot more typical as a 7 Seas map.
Yep.
A lot more land.
And this time we're gonna get to talk about the strategic resources altogether, their spawns a lot more in depth. This is the map, unless we're gonna have a technical. This is gonna be the map being played out. And I do see Aztec being the first one, again, top left of the map here. We do have him with a 2-2 base. He's gonna get an amenity. No, sorry, that's a maze tile. Yeah, some sheep tiles here, reef fish.
Something on the right, maybe olives or something.
Oh, this
Second
one.
wing?
Salt.
Salt,
Yeah.
okay.
Okay, so he has salt. Continent split if he goes for the west, and it looks like Russia is over there. They could set up some coastal trade routes a little bit later, but again, one very big continent for him. He does have the opportunity to settle some others, but he's gonna start up fights with Alexis Krempp keeping the white continent, and I do see Kazakhstania to the southeast is gonna be Portugal. Portugal will also need to get his cities on the west side so he can start trading up with his friends over here. And well, like you said, most of the players most of the time with Portugal will go a little bit out of the way to set up that economic zone, and at the beginning of the game they will probably want to go for Magnus internals anyway. We'll see. Well, talking about Aztec over here, we do need to see the pluses coming up. Okay, I think just a few seconds and we're gonna see the unpause, so we're gonna see the screen appearing. Okay, we can take a look without the icons here. There was a question in the chat asking us about the reefs. The reefs do give extra adjacency towards the campuses. It's a +2 extra adjacency to the campuses, just like the geothermal fissures. And usually the players, especially on the coastal spawns, do want to use the reefs as much as possible for the extra adjacency. Having stronger campuses does give you a lot of advantages. We do have Tenochtitlan settling in place with the fresh water from the one-tile lake. Reef fish to improve over there, but he's not going for... Oh, he did, actually. Okay, there we go. I was thinking, like, is he not going to go builder? Is he going to give up on this? Oh, okay. Well, he is...
It's important to add that he obviously has also a couple of sheep to improve, so
yeah,
the builder's definitely never wasted.
Yeah,
you
so
can just go sailing into animal and be a chat.
You basically get one food and one production from improving the fish on that tile. You get another production point on each of these sheep tiles, so you have in all plus 3 more production and +1 food from the builder charges. That's from the beginning of the game, very important. He can settle the salt mine next to the south, and I do see he can also, if he wants to go for
definitely
the ivory. Yeah,
100%. plus for harbor, luck settle, 2C base. Ivory, like actually Aztec spawn is really good here. Like he also with the wee fish he can combine with 1 Swiss to work. This is actually a really strong spawn.
Yeah. Denny Derby asking us what happened to COC versus Ulysses. It was COC that managed to win with 2-1. I believe it's also in the CWC website. You can check out the results over here. Also, Thundorius is calling out the minor defense for boats. Oh, that's another thing over here. Yeah, minor defense for boats. You do get the ideal terrain bonus, the extra +3 when you have a boat on a reef fish. Well, on a reef actually. I do have to also point out we do have Aztec with horses second ring. It looks like he's gonna have an iron tile to the northwest, and the going builder first is gonna take him 5 turns. That means he's not gonna get to discover his land that much, and I guess he's far away from everybody that he's not gonna care about it. We do have next up Portugal to talk about. He's gonna go on a marble tile. Okay.
Sorry, I just see the dino next to him.
You see that? Oh, it's yeah. The good thing is he has this bay to hide behind, this gulf to hide behind, and I guess he's gonna want to settle the west coast anyway. But that's so long for him to go for. Oh my god. Well, I guess not ideal, man, for PotatoSandwich. We do have him with extra culture from marble. At least he's gonna get much faster to oligarchy and get stronger boats. At the same time, we do see him with a decent amount of fresh water that he could get from the rivers. Again, not ideal for Portugal because he wants to stay on the coast here. We do have unfortunately a lack of strategic resources. Since he did move to the west, he did get closer to an iron tile. That's 3 tiles out, while his horses will be 4 tiles out on the east side. Well, strategic resources will need to be acquired from his teammates, or he's gonna need to settle some more cities there. I want garlic bread. Hello there, sir, and welcome. I also want garlic bread. I like garlic bread with some mozzarella on top. Always a good one. Also,
really excellent inland settles though here for Portugal. Like here's the marble settle, here's the sugar settle.
I know,
We'll
right?
see
But
how you want to play it.
yeah, but this is definitely not ideal. Like, what are you gonna do? Get some commercials with Portugal? Whoa!
He almost guaranteed spawned on the 2-1 left of him. Like on BBG or on BBS, you always spawn with fresh water unless you're Australia or something.
And that would make a connection city to the west as well, so he could get closer to Aztec. Very important. Getting that economic zone between Portugal and an ally is going to be paramount to their, well, extremely important for their win condition. Who's next? What do we have next?
Russia.
Atomation. We talk about Atomation. Let's see it. St. Petersburg. Okay. This time he also... wait, again he has truffles on the same continent? Wow. Okay. He's gonna have a continent split here to the west side with multiple geothermals available for him. Builder coming up in 4. I do see a warrior starting to explore to the south, and he is gonna get these deer tiles with the truffle tiles improved. Well, unfortunately, that truffle tile is kind of stopping him from winning a very strong campus or a lavra. Well, I guess you know, it happens. It happens. And this is a tobacco tile also stops this. Wow. Okay. These mountains, man. These mountains. Thank you, BBS. Thank you. Much appreciated, man.
Yeah, I mean there's a +5 to the left, and then there are some geothermals. Like he will be fine, don't worry.
Yeah. Well, we do have him also with quite a bit of fresh water from the one-tile lakes. I do see he benefits from iron in the second ring. Doesn't have horses in the first city, but he's going to probably settle that coffee tile anyway to the south, and he's going to get to acquire the horses in the second city. He could also settle the coast on the east side. That will allow him to trade with Aztec, and from what I can see, he has Giant Causeway in a position to actually go against somebody? No. That would have been a nice follow-up, but honestly it's a no. That's so far away. Everybody's so far away. Yeah, well, this is yeah, exactly. This is perfect land for Russia, right? You get some mountains, you get fresh water, you get a lot of tundra, and then bam, you try to go for the biggest sim ever, trying to get that culture victory for your team. Next up, we do need to talk about Under the Gun, Under the Canone over here. We do have him with 2-2 base. He is gonna, oh my god, he doesn't know about it, but he just gave up on a +6 Oppidum, settling on that 2-2. He is going for the second scout here, and I do see him benefiting from some of these stone tiles, but again, not a lot of them. He does have a lot of cocoa. A lot of gold can be generated from just having those tiles worked in the Empire, and from what I can see, a decent amount of strategic resources. An iron tile in the first ring of Aduatuca, 2 horses, first ring and second ring, and then he's gonna need to settle for some more. He's on a split. Oh, from the geothermals. Yeah, he is on a split. I wouldn't say this is a strong spawn though for Goa.
I just counted 5 Luxus within like 5 tiles, so
yeah.
Didn't look at geothermals.
Yeah. Also, I do have to say thank you so much, by the way, Alcohol Parrot. Thank you, sir. Thank you. One below the deer is free though. One below the deer, I'm not sure what he's talking about. We got a relic, by the way, acquired by Hazaggi, and I guess that's the next one that we're gonna talk about. Kree over here is to the southeast of Gol. I do have to also say, Floppy Flonji, thank you so much for the resub, sir. Thank you. Flame Haze 66, welcome, and thank you so much for the follow. Adrian Key 2, thank you so much for the follow.
Pop just not too bad.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's doing well over here. He will have other cities with pastures as well if he goes for the northwest. Pasture and camps, that's a good second city for Magnus. I think the players still prefer to actually go for their initial settlers with Magnus, not actually going for second cities, just because of that Gavron Plaza is being built much faster. Well, I guess we're gonna see what he's gonna want to choose here. First settler coming up in 3, and we do have him with one single Okchitau. Yeah, that's one single Okchitau going to the north.
Yes, 2. Another one to the
where? Oh, I see it. I see it. Okay.
The second one was probably bought though.
Yeah. Yeah, I see it. Okay. And we do have Zulu actually discovering this land. They're trying to maximize their vision over here, not trying to double scout. And seeing how this is, there we go. You can see how they're using the scouts as much as possible to get the vision. Making that early faith generation for Kree will allow him to actually get the faster Pantheon, and we do need to see how fast he's gonna try to get that extra trade route going. This is surprising to me. He's going pottery first, discovering the trader, but he's not actually, he's gonna get the free trader, but he's not actually gonna get to send it anywhere. Well, I guess
it's turn 9 already. He obviously went animal first. I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
He goes animal into commercials.
I guess there was a wording problem. I meant to say before he gets his settler. That's what I was referring to. But sure, you're correct. This is turn 9. It took a while to actually discover something else, and good technology to know about is definitely animal husbandry. He does have horses in the second ring, iron in the southeast, and we do need to see him his fresh water. Okay, not bad. A lot of rivers over here, northeast, southwest. He's gonna have a lot of cities, and he can trade with that's actually nice, by the way. He can trade with China would really want an external or an international partner over here for his trade routes. I can't really say we do have anybody with damage advantages here. This is gonna be the big brains. This is gonna be the Seamers, except if you take into account Montezuma, which is on the coast. Probably not gonna fight anybody. And then Zulu, which we should talk about next. Again, kind of far away from somebody. He has to the north Russia, and he has very far away Gaul. Maybe a tanks. He's gonna do something. Before that, he's just gonna need to do the simming.
Some Chocolate Hills.
Yeah, also Chocolate Hills. Yeah. Bună seara, Don Cherco. Bine ai venit, domnule. Good evening, sir, and welcome. We do have, this is actually, what is it? A semi-final on the lower brackets, and we're taking a look at the knockoff stage. There are 4 teams remaining in the game, in the competition, in the CWC, and 2 of them are SAS team with Tranquility, fighting right now in a best of 3 series. You can actually find more information on the CWC website over there, and you can take a peek at the brackets. And the city of Volundi with an extra faith is also going to have an ability to get a faster Pantheon. We got a settler moving to the east towards Chocolate Hills, just like Justice is saying. And then on the west side, he's going to need to do some simming over here. Okay, I guess he's not going to be that shy of well, is he? I think he's gonna be shy of settling the coast. Not really ideal. He's gonna need to sprawl his empire to the west, to the east, but try to stay away from the north and the south. I guess the south is safer, but yeah. Anyway, horses in. Yes.
But there's no point. He doesn't know. Like Aztec is obviously not necessarily supposed to be always naval. So, and I assume Dido and Portugal found each other. So Zulu should assume that his coast is safe to settle.
They're already fighting. They're fighting over here. Both of them have promotions. Potato is gonna get that second city soon, and from what I can see, Phoenicia is getting more settlers as well. Well, yeah. On Zulu, we do see horses in the north, in the first ring, and I do see he has iron in the third ring to the southwest. He's gonna get a third settler over here, and I'm pretty sure improving the strategics will just allow him to get, well, a little bit of strength for his series after he improves a unit, but not that much beforehand. I think the biggest question we need to ask ourselves about Zulu is, he going Ikandas or commercials? And the answer is ding 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 ding, we got Ikandas. Bronze working. Interesting. This is something that we've seen actually being played out with UnderTheGun. He has a totally different approach to free simming Zulu than we're gonna see today from Alexis Krempp.
Yeah, this has to be expected. But let's finish off with Dido before we get lost in details again.
Yes, you're right. Dido. Okay, freshwater, 2-1 tiles. We got settlers coming out. It looks like he did get a slinger to defend against this scout. It should be fine. And the settler on the north is going to give him a marble tile with an extra culture point. That's very nice. Actually, will allow him to get the same amount of culture as Portugal, but a little bit later. So I guess he should be fine. We do have another settler in 3 iron to the southeast, a +3 cotton that could turn into a +4. A lot of stone tile here, stone tiles with possible quarries, but I wouldn't actually think he's gonna go for something like stone circles. Yeah, we do have him with also a few mountains, a big continent, and the wonder over here, Sahara El Beida, which is not ideal for somebody like Phoenicia over here. Let me see. There is gonna be a conflict between Portugal and Phoenicia on the seas. They do have 1 tile chokes to hide behind, and I'm pretty sure there will be an advantage for Portugal when it comes to his caravels. We're going to need to see if Dido is going to make good use of the biomes at the beginning of the game, and if not, well, he might actually have to suffer when those nows come into play. They are very good replacement caravels. They do have a promotion to benefit from. With the Embalon +7, you can do significant amount of damage against your opponent. Okay, so now details. We got details. I'm sure Justice has something over here that caught his eye.
Yeah,
Wait,
but
whoa. Ula's saying, oh my god, China, they get in, and under the gun, not escorting his settler, lost it. And at this point, I feel there's a lot of pressure coming up from Justice. He's like speechless. You know?
yeah,
Wow.
this is
Wait, is he?
it's like losing a first settler like this can almost be game this setting. It's obviously a huge blow.
How did he not escort it?
You never escort your first settler. You just don't. You have to take a gamble to a certain degree. Like if you really escort your first settler, you lose out on so much on another front. You simply cannot do it.
Do you think he's also gonna leave his capital exposed? Now escort a settler with the next one? Oh, this is gonna
yeah,
be.
I mean, like actually, I think the Gastea, or however they are pronounced, don't even trigger on the Kree scouts. So, well, I mean, I guess there's a warrior and a scout, so yeah, the second should be fine. But yeah, as being said, this is obviously a huge blow, and Kublai can actually just escort it home.
Yeah.
Like I was actually about to say that naval will be very interesting, because as a stretch I could see Under the Gun trying to pressure Dido on land while defending, being Gaul. But obviously Gaul is now a huge setback, like the biggest setback of them all, losing a first settler like this.
Yeah, an extremely big blow, and look at that, his capital is being put under siege. There are only 2 units over there, so I wouldn't really favor their chances of taking down Atuatuca. But you can see Under the Gun is not really wanting to play the gamble, and he's actually gonna keep that Gesate in the city, so he boosts his garrison defense to higher strength.
Yeah, I was actually about to talk about that thing that this map actually favors Tranquility quite a lot. Because Zulu kinda has no purpose, and Dido is the isolated one, while Portugal actually has trade options on the other coast. So yeah.
But then you see this happening, and
yeah,
Hazaggi is bringing it back.
I mean, what I think about the map still stands, but obviously, like you cannot fully recover from your first settler being stolen. Like this is actually it's a huge blow. But also I wanted to propose having a look at the city-states.
Yes, we will. Just give me a second. I have a question over here in chat. Orange 1095 is saying the settler cost does the settler cost go up based on city settles? It's just numbers built, like how many settlers you have built. And in this scenario, you can imagine it is going to be a bit more costlier on Under the Gun to get them out. Also, I'm so sorry, Crispy. I do hope you're actually gonna be fine over there. He had a tire blew out, and oh my God, he's stuck on a freeway in the snow, waiting for a tow truck. I can only imagine the horror in that. By the way, I'm so sorry, sir. I hope you're gonna be fine. There'll be Cooper calling out already the GG. I hope it's not gonna be GG, sir. Also, Sergey Lucky Sov, good evening, sir. Kree already for settled him heavily. It looks like, yeah, we do have Kree coming up with 3 cities. This is gonna be quite a fast pressure coming up from Kree. Under the Gun is, I mean, he lives up to his name. Isn't he living up to his name? He's living under the gun.
Yeah, but wait, where did Kublai settle actually go? Did he unescort or did he? Yeah. Okay.
He switched escorts. Yeah, it's fine. I mean, he can settle Rice if he wants to. He wanted to settle there anyway. I'm sure he's gonna be fine.
Yeah, for a second I was just worried that for some reason he deleted, but yeah, wouldn't make sense.
Yeah. Well, this is this reminds me a lot of the times when we had Kree coming up in the games at the beginning, when Kree was taking cities left, right, and center. Oh man, that was such a time when you wanted to ban Kree just because of the Ochitaus, nothing else, just the Ochitaus, man. They were so incredibly powerful at the beginning of the game.
When they got more XP, right?
Yeah. Oh, he's okay. He's gonna try to move on the cattle. No, sorry, that can't be settled. 2-2 next to east. Oh, okay. I mean, this feels like he's delaying this so much. So basically, Kree put everything he could into the pressure that he has going against Under the Gun, and he is managing to keep Under the Gun from actually settling his second city, which is extremely important. He's not gonna get to ramp up his science, his production, his everything, his stats, and he's also gonna since he did lose a settler, he's also gonna be forced to build another one without having an extra city there. It's gonna be quite painful to see how this is gonna evolve. We do have some more of these Ochitaus coming up from the south. Hazaggi is trying to counter as fast as he can every move that Under the Gun is making. It is a good thing that we have slingers coming out. They will deal some damage against the Ochitaus, but I'm not so sure they can push them out in time. Wow, even look at extremely aggressive Hazaggi, extremely aggressive moves coming up here. Okay, is he actually gonna settle south of the banana? Okay, I guess that makes sense, but he might lose the city immediately after if he does that. Like, let's take a peek in time over here. I'm sorry, we're spending so much on this because it feels like this is the most important right now. Era score points. Yeah, Era score points. Yeah, we do have Under going for golden. It's fine. So if he moves over here on the 2-2 and tries to settle, he's gonna have a banana. He's gonna have a 2-2, but he's also gonna have 3 units around him with a possible 4th one coming on the way. The city will be immediately put under siege, even though it will have the benefit from the extra strength of the Geisate. The Geisate is actually quite strong, so I guess if they do manage to acquire enough gold, they could. He could use this one to attack into Ochitau, take out that Ochitau, and then buy out a Geisate from the city, but he needs to be extremely fast on the buttons.
Well, actually, with the Geisate in the city center, it's kinda unlikely that he loses the city. It will be a floodplain city though.
Yep.
So I'm not 100% sure on that, but it's like only with warriors, killing a city with a warrior inside is extremely hard. I'm more worried about like if he settles floodplains here, Like, is Kui going straight for horses? Oh no. Okay, this is first moves for you guys. Fair game. Okay, it's yeah, this is game.
Oh wow. Wow.
Yeah. Hazaggi just has an insane first moves on UnderTheGun, and he took a settler before.
You know what is really confusing me? Why did he choose to go to the south instead of keep on going to the west or the north for the safe? I mean, there weren't that many good settlers there, but at least he was a little bit safer. And the reason for my question is, could he have done anything to get out of this, or was this just Kree being Kree? Because this is unbelievable. I'm pretty sure right now UnderTheGun is shocked and chat is going wild. They can't believe this.
Well, I mean, I'm not too sure what to comment on this. Like, this is obviously always playing like kind of on the edge, right? Like, you kind of still need to get a decent setup versus being in danger. Like, if it works out, you look like a genius. If you lose to settlers, you look like a nickel. That's just how it goes.
Whoa. And
it's always extremely hard to talk about this in hindsight, right?
Yeah, but it helps out, I think, for future events like this. So, I mean, I understand you take a risk, and I understand sometimes it's, but I think everybody wants to know would have it been a good idea to just go for the safe one instead of trying to catch up.
Yeah, once again, I don't necessarily think that you can say this per se, because there's so many little factors. Like, you have to read your opponent properly, and then the fact that Hazaggi actually has all these units in this direction is also like, there are things you simply cannot really account for, right? Because like the only reason why all the scouts are there is like Zulu's on the right of him, Kublai is on the left of him, so he sends everything north, right? As soon as he sees loyalty, he's like, okay, I send everything there. But this is like all, you cannot really anticipate as a goal that 4 Kree settlers and a warrior show up. This is simply not possible to account for.
Yeah.
Because if you do this every game, then you're just completely irrelevant.
Well, not completely, but you're less likely to have a better chance, so to have a better empire. But anyway, I can't believe actually Mr. Vassis got settled 4 tiles apart from the capital of Gaul.
Yeah, they will. Honestly, they will probably just buy a horse and kill Gaul here.
I was thinking the same, and then I do see in the score screen over here we do have 55 gold for Malm. Alexis is 44, Lythoxa 11, Hazaggi is on 10. And I do see Hazaggi is trying to go for archery here, state workforce. I don't know if he actually... Oh, he went commercial. So, okay, it's going to take a while to actually get a horse. But honestly, it will take a while for UnderTheGun to bunker up. They're not giving up on this, though. They're not giving up on this. And we're going to need to see if... we're gonna have also Gaul live up to his name of actually defending the beginning of the game. While we do have on the other side some other things happening. First of all, Singapore got taken down by Paul, and that's a 4th city for him. We got religious settlements. Aztec is gonna get big. Atomation is also getting a Temple of Artemis 3 turns, and he's gonna try expanding over here everywhere. We do need to see what Zulu's gonna do. Okay, so Zulu did start up with Ikandas. This might not be the best choice for him to actually get to be helpful with his empire for his allies. And like you said over there, Zulu is kind of far away from everybody. It's kind of irrelevant in the grand scheme of things until the late game. Late game, he was gonna come into play quite hard. Kublai, China, extremely strong. Started up with the campuses and extra city. Yes, are you saying something? Sorry.
Oh no. I just assumed you want to do the full round.
Yeah. We do have China over here coming up with 3 cities, city Patreon goddess for him. We do have Kree with fertility rights. He got a free builder and improved at least 2 of these pastures. I do see he's getting a 5th settler coming up from Mixi Wachik, and I see. Okay, so he's going for Mistahi Sipik for Magnus. I really like this. He's going for where he has more of these pastures and camps available for him, a +4 in that city center. We do have Aktakakup. We're going for a commercial. He's actually I'm not so sure they want to go fast on goal. I think they're considering him Irel, and they're just gonna leave him relatively alone for some time. I'm very curious if they're gonna put more effort into this. They already got 2 settlers from him, you know, and it seems like we still have Tranquility wanting to keep being in the game. I'm sure their comms is not the best comms ever, but yeah. Oh, hello. Portugal getting bullied by Phoenicia. Malm getting in there for the 4-3 fish. I see God of the Sea got picked up by Portugal here. On the other side, Phoenicia did go for stone circles. Okay, so extra production it is. He has a lot of tires that he could improve with extra production and faith. Where is this trader going? Oh, okay. 2 settlers, how does that even happen? Honestly, we are as surprised as you are. Because that was a gay sate. But unfortunately that was a gay sate on floodable terrain. So, yeah. That was, I gotta say, that was amazing from Hazaggi. Like, amazing from Hazaggi. Unbelievable first moves, last moves, how he positioned his unit, so he gives way to his opponent to go in a certain direction but not in another. He was basically tunneling his opponent, funneling, I believe it's the word called, funneling his opponent into a trap. Ge Sate is a hard E, okay. Lupulisa, hello there. It's irrelevant that it was a Geisate called out by Desra. Where does the next settler go? That's I think he's gonna. You see how Kree and China are preparing their. They want the next one also. It's not gonna be enough. They actually had 2 of them. They want the next one also. Even Phoenicia is coming in. Oh, let me get one, boys. Let me get one. Free settlers. So read all about it. Well, we do have Portugal also trying to get this biting out of there. It looks like that one biting of Phoenicia is making a lot of damage against the Portuguese boats. 2 of them are very, very low HP, with another one that needs to get up. I do see Potato is not actually dealing with this with more boats. He's gonna need to get out of there. I don't think he can afford to actually build a harbor. He just is gonna need to understand that he's gonna lose a galley, and he's probably gonna lose his trader and get out of there, because otherwise this galley is gonna die anyway. That binding did get a +7 emblem promotion, 40 strength against the galley's 22. That's just too strong, way too strong. And he did go for inlands, by the way. You called it, and he did go for inlands. You said city-states, right? Let's see, city-states. What do we have? Cinquetti Armagh with Nazca coming up for religious bonuses. We got Samarkand with Mogadishu coming up for trade. Geneva, Anshan, and Mitla coming up for science. And then we do have Buenos Aires on industry. Lahore, the only one for military bonuses. Oh, I see. There's an archer coming up now as an escort for the goals.
Good challenger. But to be honest, at this point, I would just like to see Gaul 1 towards Russia. Like, there's no way Gaul can come back into this game at all. So he may as well go like towards Cinquetti and have like a semi-safe settler there.
Somewhere around here.
Yeah, because honestly, at this point, every normal city settles here is really just feeding into the enemy.
Yeah, makes sense.
Really, like there's zero chance on this level that God can come back here. He's simply dead. So you kind of so all you can do here as a player is try to compose yourself, not cluck up the voice comms, and like be a positive influence, pretty much, because like your game is just over.
Wow. Yeah, losing 2 settlers like this, unbelievable. But I gotta say, I gotta give it to Tranquility. They're still not giving up on this. They're gonna try to do their best. They do have... oh, it's CC. And they're asking if they want to play again the second game in a row. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, that obviously makes sense, right? Because like it's obviously painful to see that the semi-final gets CC'd like this, but on this level, you simply cannot come back from losing to settlers. It's impossible.
Yeah.
Like if in Tranquility's shoes, I would actually rather not play right now because like UnderTheGun must be tilted. Like losing to settlers like this does something with you.
Yeah.
You cannot deny this. So.
So the second game looks like it's gonna be tonight. Okay, so this is it, guys. 10-29 victory. Big Z, good evening, sir. Unbelievable. We did have... I don't know if they're actually gonna go for a post-game chat here. I don't know if you can go for a post-game chat in such a game. I'm pretty sure, like you said, UnderTheGun is tilted. I'm certain that they do have members that do usually get... how to say, get back on their feet quite quickly, and from what I can see, we're gonna need to wait for this. I do think I need to do really quickly something. By the way, this was the 7 Cs being played out, right? So I need to do the maps bands. Give me a second. Random.org. List and numbers. Hello. Yes.
Yeah, well, bad spawn. I disagree. I think the spawns were excellent on this map. Like I think generally speaking, the map we were really favored Tranquility here.
Yeah, I think so too, especially with Russia spawn and Zulu out of the way. Portugal did have a hard time, but I think he would have been fine. Just a few different moves then.
Definitely not harder than Dido. Like it was obviously not ideal for him, but Dido had much bigger problems than he would have had. Had players versus 2 opponents. Not necessarily. I mean, honestly, if you want to have a front line in the setup, it has to be goal. Like, as being said, Portugal surrounded, not at all. Like Portugal only had Dido. Like Kublai was like half the map away, Zulu as well.
Okay, we got a new lobby started up here, and I gotta say, Primordial is gonna be the next ban. I did the list randomizer, and it looks like 7 Cs with Primordial are not gonna get to be played. I'm so sorry, by the way, Salty Capybara. I know she really loves to see Primordial. It looks like it's not gonna happen. But wow,
Scythia is extremely cool here. He wants to have 2-minute analysis with UTG and voice chat. It's just cool, man. Come on, give the man a break.
Yeah. A lot of these players do tend to keep their composure, even if they do get tilted for a few moments. There is such a thing as going to the balcony, the concept that has been proven time and time again as getting your mental, your attitude back and your mental health back. Going to the balcony is basically saying that if you are encountering a problem when it comes to a lot of pressure, when it comes to some form of, like, for example, like a hard conversation that you're gonna have, or something really punches you in the nerves. You should take a little bit of a break, go to the balcony for 5-10 minutes, breathe in some fresh air, and get your feng shui going again. It helps you out so much to calm yourself.
I agree, and by the way, I'm also a big proposer of like really doing your breaks in game, because it helps the game quality so much. If you have an in-game break, like say let's just like every 2 hours or whatever it is by the CPL rules, you can really have so much better games. Just stand up, get your blood circle flowing, get a couple of the minutes to think about what you actually want to do in the game. It helps so much.
Yeah, I agree. I totally agree. Well, we do have the boys getting into the lobby now. It will be a little bit of a break between the games over here, of course, until everybody gets into the lobby and we get to see them. That was unbelievable, I gotta say, unbelievable. I have seen people being bullied with maybe losing a settler. I have not seen two, and the worst part of it, he got settled like right in his face with his own settlers by two different opponents. That was wow. That was wow. Totally different game if that wouldn't have happened. I tend to agree with Justice. If they would have had gone with the map as normal, I think the map did favor a little bit more Tranquility, but there were a lot of ways for SAS team to play it out, with Kublai China actually having a good spawn of his own. Kree did have a okay-ish spawn. It wasn't extremely strong, but could have played it out. Zulu, I guess he would have found out that Ikanda's first wasn't the best idea, but I guess in the pen brush and voice era, with the ability to get those culture points, gold points from his buildings, still would have been something. Not a lot, but something. Wow, they're just wow. Trojan Man, good evening, sir. Can't believe you've seen someone getting bullied and didn't do anything about it. yeah. I can't, man. I can't. I saw.
I mean, in-game bully is part of the game, right? This is obviously a very extreme case, but stuff like this happens all the time in a lot of FFAs which don't get streamed.
Yeah, I do have to say the fastest win that I have ever seen was a turn 13 2v2 game. Turn 13, I think it was 2 years ago. There was a French team going against an American team. Was it Tordred, I believe? He picked up Russia and he was on a relatively naval map, and his opponents got Maori. And Maori, before Russia got his second settler, showed up with boats and his warrior right off the coast of Russia and just took his capital. It was turn 13 CC. Unbelievable.
Yeah, actually I had that once in Inland Sea as well. Like there was Maori settling next to Australia, killing him like turn 13 or 14.
Yeah, okay. It's just nice Maori, Maori, man.
Maori. This guys, if you actually don't realize, this is actually why Maori is banned. Yeah, because like there's potential. The guy just gets lucky and wins the game in 10 turns.
Yeah,
it's just stupid. It shouldn't be in the game, but yeah.
I mean, that's a lot of the reasons he gets banned, right? Now, they did try to nerf him quite a bit. They did actually put a lot of slowdowns on him. The extra production doesn't come quite early. You don't get a free builder anymore. That was in. Can you imagine? So not only you had the extra production immediately, but you got a free builder as well as 2 pop in your city. And a fast pantheon because you're making faith. Like, okay, well, come on, man. Like, Maori had everything. I think when they first thought of Maori was like you're that gentle being that likes the wind. Yeah.
He hates war. Sure. Turns out that Sif is the most stupid Russia in the game, right?
He's gonna move like 15, 20 turns to find that perfect spot to settle in. You know? Yeah, no. That's not what Maori does.
Something went really wrong here,
Yeah.
Also just to respond a bit to the chat, Mr. Dale B. Cooper here is telling us that UTG will play even greedier. Like, I wouldn't necessarily say that UTG played greedy here, he just got extremely unlucky, honestly. Like, there's not much he could have done against us. Like,
Yeah.
honestly, on the first settler is really just like extreme unlucky. On the second settler, you could maybe make an argument. At least he saw some units, and maybe he should have went for a worse back settle. This is arguable. But other than this, he didn't necessarily play greedy. He just got bonked by extreme factors. Couldn't really account for much here.
One of those things that unfortunately happens without that much that you can do. I remember like, Proppy actually. You know that clip with Proppy dies 10-7 or 10 or something? When he had 3 opponents sending scouts to him and he just lost his capital 10-10. It's the same.
I think, you know? Honestly, if you play enough games, this happens to everyone once in a blue moon.
Yeah.
Like it just happens. It's just the perfect storm. Like everyone sends your unit in your direction just by pure luck or NG or whatever you want to call it, and then you just die. You cannot do anything against it.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. It happens.
And also once again regarding the escort, because I know like you're a big proposer of always escorting your settler. Just mathematically, it's not possible to buy an escort unit for everyone. It's just not possible. You don't have enough gold, and if you build, like if you just build another unit to escort your first settler, you lose 1 billion tempo. So yeah, sometimes you just get unlucky.
This guy is telling us that first settler, yes, it was pretty unlucky, but he's 99% sure they didn't see China's loyalty yet. It was a good move from Lythoxa, but the second settler, that was way too much. He first moved the settler on a floodplain next to 2 Kree units. I tend to agree. He kind of went out of his way there. I don't perfectly understand what he wanted to do there, especially with floodplains. But
well, yeah, I guess.
What can you do? Like, you know.
I guess, like in the concrete situation, he probably didn't account properly for the last moves, and he was feeling like, okay, I can take a hit and still settle escorted or stuff like this. But yeah, obviously Hazaggi has very strong first moves, which like obviously he didn't think of, and Hazaggi obviously made a very good job on this, right? And as being said, it's arguable if he actually should go there. Like in hindsight, obviously not, but in this situation, it's always very hard to see.
Yep. That's why I was asking if there could have been a way for him to get out of this. Maybe sending a settler to the north, maybe using more escorts to the west or something like that. He did try first to go to southwest and he got blocked by a lot of units there. And then he moved to the east side. I guess another thing that did happen, it was beautifully done by Hazaggi. He got funneled, so Hazaggi did encourage him and gave him a way out, only a way out of that situation that was, yes, dangerous, but potentially good for him. And you gotta admit, UnderTheGun did get a little bit stubborn moving to the south when he saw that he could go for the north. Like honestly, even a non-freshwater settler to the north would have been better than another settler given to the enemy.
Yeah, as being said, in hindsight, this is obviously always easy to say, but
yeah.
If it works out, you look like a genius. If you fail, you look like an idiot. This is what you get when you do high variance play.
Yeah. Well,
that's all I'm gonna say.
we do have the new map that needs to be picked here. We don't know exactly which is gonna be, but we're gonna find out really quickly. Primordial is gonna be the first ban because of course it's 7 seas with Primordial as default bans. We got Terra, Inland Sea, Pangea and Continents and Islands remaining for the players to take, and I believe Highlands got taken out immediately. Oh, that was so fast. Okay, so they are trying to push a little bit towards the naval plays here with Terra map being actually Pangea Classic Ridges. We do need to see what they're gonna go. Continents and Islands got taken out. Who's the buttons here? Okay, so now System. So System is forcing the naval plays, and we got Tranquility trying to go for bigger maps. And I'm thinking they're actually gonna take out Inland Sea next. No, okay, Pangea. Yeah, okay. A little bit more naval here. Feels like it. Inland Sea and Classic Ridges, Pangea. What do you think this is gonna be? Shadizi, good evening, sir.
It's probably gonna be Pangea because, like, I feel like Tranquility doesn't want to play Inland Sea, while System is totally fine to play Inland Sea here. Like, if I look at the players of Tranquility, if there's any weakness, it's probably naval.
I'm very curious about this, by the way. On this level, I'm pretty sure every one of them do know how to play, being a little bit more aggressive. And I'm thinking maybe Tranquility will come out swinging in the second game while they just get punched. Is this a correct expression, by the way? If I say sucker punched, there's like I would say there's an expression about it. What I don't want to say. Check out.
I do know what you're talking about, but I'm obviously not a native English, so like I would agree, but I don't know for sure.
Okay. They play synchronous turns. Everyone plays at the same time. Scythia was asking us about turn synchronization is not used in the tournaments. Oh, because you're asking if the players do start at the same time and end the turn at the same time. We did try turn synchronization. Unfortunately, it freezes up the screens for the players for quite a few seconds until the player that actually is a little bit later starts to load also. So it causes quite a few issues for everybody, and the players, even if it's loading, they're used to like moving around the map, seeing if they have like protection there, if they have a unit there, thinking about their choices and so on. Agropol is also asking us if we will see Vietnam today. I think it's there.
If it's not going to be banned, it's definitely a first round pick on this map.
Yeah, I think both Hazaggi and Malm would actually want Vietnam.
Also, UnderTheGun and Paul also both love to play Vietnam.
Yeah,
and,
so
it's definitely top tier on Pangea Classic.
Yeah. We do have in the active ban phase over here the Rome taken out. Looks like Basil II. We do have Maya taken out, Maori again taken out, and Mali. We do need to see one more ban, and then Hazaggi is gonna have the first pick. Is it actually first pick material here, or is it gonna be like? Are they gonna go again for something like Zulu, Kublai, something like that on their side? So Hazaggi definitely wants to be aggressive here.
Kublai is actually much lower. Like in my books, it's they probably don't want to ban anything, because in my book I feel like a top tier in the WhatsApp department is Zulu and Vietnam, because so they just ban Kui. Hazaggi picks Zulu or Vietnam, and they will pick up the other.
They will see whatever is happening. I do have to point out Spain is also open right for the picking here. Zulu, extremely good timing when it comes to those impies. Japan also has those samurais that could do a lot of damage. Rome got taken out first. That is also quite surprising over there, picking up a ban in the first stage. As a first stage, like first civilization of the first stage. Yeah, there we go. We got a Zulu pick coming up from Shaka, coming up from Hazaggi here.
The only thing I wonder is if they want to pick up Russia first round once again.
Immediately going for Kublai Khan China. What is this?
They're still debating. Like Kublai Vietnam here would be decent. It would surprise me a bit though, because they always show extremely high priority on the Russia pick, which I don't necessarily agree with, but this is just their personal comfort and their playstyle. So like I wouldn't be surprised if they go Russia as the second pick, but I honestly cannot imagine to let Vietnam through.
Honestly, I don't know.
If they give Zulu and Vietnam over, I think this is a blunder. So like they kind of have to pick up Vietnam here.
I do not know if they're aware of Malm. I do not know if they're aware of Malm, honestly. It's been some time, and usually players do tend to forget because they've played so many games before, and they do tend to forget about each of the players' preferences. Malm is extremely good with Vietnam. He was the first one that actually perfected that Vietnam. Wow. Okay, they didn't go for Vietnam.
I think this is really a big blunder.
We got Peter coming up here, and immediately Vietnam. Alexis Krempp. No, wait. He's playing with our minds, man. Is he gonna go goal? Is he gonna go Vietnam? Is he gonna? Okay, Vietnam it is. Okay.
it's not necessarily about Malm. It's just like it's just known that Vietnam is an extremely strong serve, and I know for a fact that both Paul and UnderTheGun are very good playing it. So like, I just think they completely over-index on Russia here.
Yeah. Chat is also telling me that they definitely know, everybody knows Malm likes Vietnam. Okay, I wanted to be sure, guys. I wanted to be sure. And like, you know how it is. It's sometimes you have question marks, and it's better to ask questions. We do have Hungary taken down. It looks like in the 7th one. 3 more choices to go, and we're gonna figure out what's gonna happen here. Who is gonna be picked? Oh man. Do they have a chance to come back after this Zulu Vietnam pick?
Well, I mean, you say come back, right? Just by having by tier list, or like in my book, the strongest pick doesn't necessarily mean you ought to win the game. It just tilts a bit in your favor, right?
Yeah.
So but like we obviously have to see the spawns first.
On one side we have like very aggressive civilizations, and on the other side we have seeming civilizations. So I guess that's my worry over here. It seems like Tranquility is going for exactly their name, their clan name, being more laid back about the game, and then Sus team is being extremely suspicious with a lot of strength coming up on them and trying to take out their opponents. Oh man, I gotta say, I just realized Hazaggi did exactly the biggest sus of the game over there with his moves. Yeah, we got Poland coming up here in the 9th one. Look, one more choice, and we're gonna see what they can actually go for. Poland probably was taken down because of Alexis Krempp, and looks like Macedon. Okay, so they are aware their opponents are. Oh my god. Okay, I like Paul. Paul is showing up, and he's like, you know what, guys, I'm gonna save you. UnderTheGun, you pick a Simon. I'm gonna be the one that is gonna play the offense. Yes, I like. Tomer is showing up here.
By the way, I want to point out that Kublai actually does surprisingly well frontline, just because of the added boost. Like if he's not on like min distance, Kublai has one of the most devastating night crossbow timings in the game, because he effectively gets 10% extra science.
Yeah. Oh, I just realized I didn't even get to put the picks, the prediction in the last game, by the way. Wow, okay. That was so fast, I didn't get to put the prediction in. This is what it is. Ironclad is asking us, why is gold not a prio pick? I mean, after last game? I don't know if either of the teams will want to pick gold for some time now, at least a few games. You know?
Well, obviously this was not a pot call.
Yeah, but you know how it is. Like you get a little bit sentimental. Even if you try to not be sentimental, you still have some form of a question mark over there. You know, like how do you call it? Not drawback, reticent. You want to be a bit reticent about that choice. Can you show the game settings before match starts? Yes, sir, I can. So map is not actually going to be Terra. They're going to play on Pangea. It's going to be classic ridges, I believe. We do have what do you call it over here? Where is it? No barbarians. So all of the victory conditions. Resources are going to be standard. Strategic resources are going to need to be moved on guaranteed, and custom wonders. So we don't actually allow all of the wonders in the game.
Wild prediction for the last pick. It's gonna be Genghis.
Genghis.
Lautaro. Okay, almost as good.
Yeah. Okay. I
probably Atomation.
Yeah. So Lythoxa is gonna go for Philip II. We do have Malm going for Catherine de Medici, Black Queen, and then PotatoSandwich is gonna go for Lautaro over here. We do have a lot more aggressive civs than we had last time. So I am pretty sure we got a tone for the game now, and it is gonna be aggression over simming.
Yeah, well, this is obviously due to the map, right? That being said, like they kind of have Spain as a naval simmer and Russia as a culture simmer on the other side. So yeah, like a Pangea Classic really always comes down to the sport before you can say much, right? Because like it's very unlikely that we're gonna see like 80 turns plus simming.
Yeah. Usually Pangea tends to create conflicts after the fifth city is settled, even earlier. So we'll see how they spawn. It's an interesting fact that they do have Peter on one side, so at least there will be a Tundra civilization, a little bit more land for everybody else.
We're gonna see pillage action, yeah, but like honestly, the whole purpose of Lautaro, he actually has his own win condition. As Lautaro, your win condition is just like pillage everybody. Like you don't care about stats, you don't care about anything. You just have to pillage every tile in the game. This is the win condition of Lautaro.
It did get nerfed a little bit. Oh, by the way, we do have, there we go, Pangea, standard everything, newer age. This is one of the most important settings in the game, by the way. World Age New. World Age New increases the amount of hills on the map, which in turn gives you a lot more production during the game. Speeds up the game considerably.
Yeah, like the Malins got a bit nerfed as they like quote unquote only have one promotion now, but you can still just pull the terracotta and still have the old Malins.
Yeah. It's just a little bit more work. One of the most important perks there is the +5 against civilizations in a golden age. Most of the players do want to stay in a golden age. We've seen it actually being how to say defended quite a few times. I didn't really want to say defended, but it's something along those lines. Going around the bonus.
Actually, I once saw a game where there was just a Mapuche on the team, and the Mapuche actually only built like one Malin for golden. Yet all the map just had to build Python shots. Because everyone was just afraid of Malins.
Yeah, it's
like it's really stupid what the Swift can do just by being there.
I agree, and Atomation over here is gonna play it. Interesting choice, by the way. Atomation, I gotta say, it's not one of the players that you usually see being extremely aggressive. He's much more leaning towards taking out his opponents with surgical strikes and being much more of a simmer than aggressive. But in this game, I think he definitely wants to come back into this. He just set his mind up. I'm going to come back. I'm going to get us to a third game. Well, we do have Mapuche coming up over here with a possible 2-2 base. They do have, again, one remap token for each team, and we're going to need to see which way they're gonna go here. Looking at Mapuche, he can go for that 2-2 base to the north. The die style will allow him to get a faster Pantheon. Unfortunately, it doesn't have a lot of good breathtaking appeal for those unique improvements of his, the Shema Mules, but he does have a decent amount of land to settle, and from what I can see, you see the fresh water is going to give him a decent network that he could settle of cities. Mix, thank you so much for, or A Mix actually, thank you so much for the follow. This guy is also making a little bit of fun of this Pangea because it does have an inland sea. Yeah, it's basically like a cross between a Pangea and an inland sea. To the northeast, we do have UnderTheGun with a possible 2-2 base of his own. Looks like he's gonna have this time giant causeway over here on the way towards Zulu, towards Alexis. It might actually come back to haunt him if it goes that way. It looks like this is gonna be a bonus either for him or for his opponent if he doesn't get the first settle on it, and try to keep away his opponents from ever getting in range. We do have him with another 2-2 from the sheep, and from what I can see, he's gonna lack a little bit of food. Maybe something like fertility would be a nice choice over here, so he gets more food from these wheat tiles and gets to work those 1-3 hills to the north. Now, again, quite a bit of land for him to settle. We do have fresh water in multiple locations, west, northeast, south, and I do see he's gonna have Mohenjo-Daro to the south over here on the way towards Hazaggi. I think that's actually more towards Hazaggi than it is towards China, but oh well, we'll see. Not the best one that you could have on France, but I do really like the second settles possible here. One on the 2-1 geothermal to the west side. He's gonna have honey tile on the east, and by the looks of it, his other continents will actually be to the north. Not ideal though. Catherine de Medici's unique unit, the Guard Imperial, does get extra bonus, the +5 on its own continent, on the capital's continent. So this is not gonna activate here. You do have him getting that scouting 3. He's gonna need to figure out where his opponents are getting their cities in, and it is a decent amount of distance between him and his opponent this time that he's probably not gonna get to use his scouts to attack somebody. He's also kind of encircled by cities here. I see 5 cities around him. 5 city-states like Geneva, Anshan, Mohenjo-Daro, Auckland, and Volin are all in a semicircle around him. I do think we need to actually talk about the Scythia here, because we started up with Tranquility. We should finish with Tranquility. I'm sorry, I deviated a little bit on Hazaggi. Pokrovka is gonna have fresh water from the lake. I see multiple very nice kurgans that could be built here. The kurgans do get extra protection and extra faith from the pastures around them, so the more you have, the better. You can see he's gonna have multiple horses that could be improved, and from what I can see, a lot of fresh water from the rivers and the lakes. Now he's also gonna have Vietnam to the northwest to go against. Not I guess if you wanted somebody to defend, it was either Vietnam or Zulu. Yeah, against the Scythia. Not ideal placement. But oh well, we're gonna need to see how he's gonna play around this. Last but not least, we should actually take a look. Where is Russia, right? Where is above Kublai? Wait, where is Kublai? Kublai here? Oh, wow. Okay. He can work this, but this wouldn't have been my first choice. That's the most I can say here. This wouldn't have been my first choice. And it looks like PotatoSandwich is gonna be coastal. At least, you know, Potato likes being coastal, so this is gonna be coastal. He does have a decent amount of cities to go to the southwest and the east side. The freshwater from a lake, a fence to take out, and I guess he could keep on going to the east here, even if Zulu is there.
That's not a bad washer spawn. Like chat is going nuts here. This is not a bad washer spawn. Like I can explain later. Just finish your one first.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's bad. That's why I said it's not my first choice. Wouldn't be my first choice.
Oh yeah, I was just referring to chat because like 3 people said like you need to remap for this, and no.
Yeah, I mean, I guess they don't have that. I didn't see a bad spawn on anybody yet. Like one of those you want to instantly remap. I didn't see one there. Even Scythia, if he will fight Japan, Vietnam here. It should be fine. He has cities to settle. He has an empire to build, and it should be okay-ish. He doesn't have anybody to trade with. That would be a bit of a problem, but I guess he's gonna work internals anyway. Looking on the other side, we do have Vietnam settling a 3-1-1. He's gonna get the wine tile here. We got a scout coming up in 3 from Hang Long and 2 base to the west side. From what I can see, he's gonna have multiple cities, good cities around this, and so many forests and rainforests that he could get that set up with his Thans and his other districts. Second settle on Cawthon, not the second settle over there for that, or third settle actually on the Plains Hills, and another one here on the stone. Actually, all in all, good spawn for Vietnam. On the west, we do have Spain with a continent split. You can see he can actually settle the crocodile to the west side and get a +4 potential harbor, or +3 depending on how he wants to play this. He does have a tobacco tile. This actually, like, wait, why did he not settle the tobacco immediately? Because well, I guess he doesn't favors the freshwater more than he favors the faster Pantheon. I'm pretty sure he's not gonna work that 2-1 tile.
Yeah, he's alone on. He's the only naval civ in the game, so why would he bother getting fast faith?
I guess so.
Like as Spain, you obviously cross-continental, you get just faith from your first trader, so you also never need to work God King.
Yeah. Well, Hazaggi over here, we talked about him. Zulu moving from his spawn. Wait, did he? Oh, he's moving for a coast. He wants to be the trader, but that's the same continent, right? So I guess it's not gonna be ideal, but it is gonna be nice. He can get a +4 campus over there next to those geothermals, sorry, the reefs. And oh my god, the 2 reef fish are gonna be amazing for him. I guess it's nice.
We pushed with the 1-3, yeah, this is amazing coastal settle.
Yeah. Also, Auckland next to Spain. Yeah, Auckland is southwest. He didn't see it yet, though. They don't know about this, but they're gonna figure it out soon enough. I guess so. He's gonna figure it out before the next one. They're debating about the game. Okay. I'm not sure why they're taking so long, but I guess it's fine. We went through all of these. Like, they took so long that right now they're taking every little bit of time they can, so they can debate how their moves are. This is it, right? This is it. If they lose this one, if Tranquility loses this one, they don't have a third. They're gonna be out of the tournament. So they're trying to use every little bit of support they can. Also, Spoon is saying make Magno City on the second continent, then trade with Zulu. Well, I mean, sure, but you want to trade with how to say other continents, right? So like cap to other continents and so on, and other cities. I think they're debating about the previous game. I hope not. I hope that actually is gone and forgotten, so they can focus on this one.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they don't. Like, especially UnderTheGun is extremely known for long turn ones, because he is really one of the guys who kinda likes to plan through like the first 15 turns. Like, okay, what do we need gold for? Do we need to buy tiles? Who can we buy a builder? Who can get a Luxus, etc., etc.
Yeah.
And like personally, like, I kinda lean towards the style of UnderTheGun there. Like, take as much time as you need. Turn 1, but obviously as spectator it's a bit annoying. But
okay, there we go. T plus. We do have Potato in the north, actually settling the coast there with going build there first. Okay, we gotta pause. Never mind. I guess he wanted to write something and he clicked on P. Okay, he's gonna get a refill. Oh, by the way, tell us about Russia spawn. What are your thoughts about this?
Honestly, like on Pangea Classic, your first priority is obviously just be freeze him, and he is. Like, he doesn't have a direct opponent here. Second, he has the wee fish, and therefore a lot of food in the tundra, which is usually hard to get by. And like naturally, as Russia, it's not that important. Like you always spawn on the edge of the map anyway, and also have to always have to expand in a certain direction. And as a monumentality, it's not that bad. You just buy settlers from your expand rather than building them, right? So like, that being said, if you just look at the tiles, here's a 1 for deer, here's a wee fish. That's extremely good tiles to work early on. This is all Russia needs. Like, it's obviously not the dream spawn, but honestly, this is clearly above average, just from the tile yield.
Not bad, not bad. Yeah, let's see what the chat has to say about the remaps here. How many remaps? Again, they're voting for the one remap. Okay. Well, turn 8, we're gonna have them, of course, say their piece, and we do have quite a few scouts coming out from multiple cities. I do see Mapuche is gonna benefit from Cliffs of Dover to the west side if he wants to. Doesn't need to worry about the coast at all. We do have Pokrovka over here on the east of this continent, and it's gonna take a while until they figure out Spain is inland. We do need to see how they're gonna actually connect their economies for that mid to late game gold generation, and there is a possibility for Russia, for example, to get coastal trade routes with Mapuche. I'm sure that also UnderTheGun could get a city over here to the northeast, so he could connect to another city over there through the lake. That would be nice between him and Russia. Also, I gotta point out, China being so close to an ally does allow him to get international trade routes from the beginning, which is an advantage usually on China.
No.
No, you don't think so? Oh man, okay. I mean that discounts Ben, man. Ben really likes them. I don't know, man. I trust Ben. I trust Ben here.
You don't. Like, as Kublai, you don't trade to Russia overland, by the way.
Oh, like, to Russia. I mean, yeah, I guess Russia, yeah. Like, Russia's the problem because it doesn't go commercial, right? Yeah, I guess that's a big thing. That's a big point over there. Well, we do have him with a possibility to go for Mapuche if he wants. So, and Mapuche will probably want to go campuses, commercials, and encampment there. So it should be fine. So, what do you guys feel like it? What do you feel like it, Justice? Is he gonna go? Are they gonna go for a remap? They might not even see each other, let alone actually go for a remap. This is turn 8. This is what I see. So on one side we got this. They don't know Auckland. They're not gonna find out about Auckland. They do know about the coast here, Zulu and Madrid. The same continent though. The same continent for Vietnam. This is just one big continent for them, with another continent on France. And then on the other side we do have this. They just know Pokrovka is all alone somewhere on the map. They don't know his direct opponent. They know Russia is going to be safe in the north. Oh, wait. This is it? No remap? Hello? Okay, there we go. White and Eddie, good evening, sir. Crazy how they are all clustered together. Yeah, except Scythia. Scythia is just a man of his own over there. Well, I gotta say, if Paul likes somewhere to be, he's probably gonna be there just fighting somebody, just tearing down empires.
Yeah, as expected. Like, no team has a real reason to remap here.
Okay. This is it, guys. No remaps. 0. Not. Oh my god. Okay. Let me actually finish the prediction. You know what? I'm not even gonna go and talk about anything here until I put up the prediction for who's gonna win, because otherwise I might not get another chance. Who will? Like, after last game, I don't know what to say anymore, man. Anything can happen. This is anything can happen Friday. You know how you see in the movies, some families actually have certain days with, like, spaghetti day is gonna be Tuesday, you get like a night out gonna be Friday, and so on. Well, this is anything can happen Friday. Yes, we are in the second game. This is second game, yeah. Let's see, we do have Mapuche coming up on the west side here with a builder. He is gonna get a settler out in 3. He needs to be careful because he does have a scout, well, a French warrior coming from the south. I guess they are now paying a lot more attention to their vision on the map. And oh my god, another unescorted settler from Under the Gun. I feel a tingle. Oh no, Under the Gun, where are you going with that? I hope it's not gonna be to the east side. I really hope. What do you think, guys? Just right, east, west. Oh my god, he's going. Oh no. Oh no. Oh. Justice.
He probably wants to settle on the tattoo on the river.
Yeah, that's, let's see, 1, 2, 3 turns for him to settle, and that's 1, 2, 3, 4 turns for the warrior to get there.
He will be 1 turn ahead.
Is he gonna make a mistake though?
No.
Are you sure? Because you know, any time there can be a cat just jumping on your keyboard, and I understand chat is it's extreme. A mouse? Hedgehog?
He has no pets.
A dog? Parrot? Maybe?
Well,
No?
I think that I do understand that you're trying to sell something here, but honestly, there's nothing special about it. Like,
Okay. So Zulu with the giant causeway bonus is gonna need to figure out where he's going. He's going to the south. Oh my god. It's close, man. It's close. It's still close. Anyway, but we do have Under the Gun over here with a 2-2 base underneath his settler. He does have a horse tile to work on the southwest. He probably did discover animal husbandry, because I see his tiles did get extra yields. I see an iron tile also to the northwest and multiple cities to settle. He did not actually discover giant causeway yet. He's gonna figure it out soon, and settling somewhere around there would be nice for him. I wouldn't really say he should actually go on the coast, and going on the coast would expose him to Spanish boats, and I'm pretty sure Spain is not gonna enjoy having an opponent on his own seas. Well, he's gonna be happy about it. He's not gonna leave it alone. We do. There we go. We actually have Alexis going on the forest over here, but their vision is blocked. Their vision is blocked actually by these forests, so it's fine. Their visions are blocked. Vision is blocked. How I don't know how to say this actually. Anyway, now with 2-2 base coming up from Shenyang, we do have there we go, Alexis Krempp getting next to that settle. I think right now Under the Gun is just breathing easily, you know, like he just exhaled a long exhale. He was like you know, after he saw the warrior. Yeah. Anyway, with that, we got Atomation over here also with iron and horses in the south, both ring from his capital. He's gonna settle probably that rice tile from what I can see, or he could go for one of the 2-2s to the southeast. Still going for a campus first. That's gonna be a +2 to the northeast. And I do see he's gonna need to pick up some goodie huts over here for some prizes. You never know your prizes, man. In the north, we do have Russia that already picked up God of the Sea as a pantheon. He snatched it away from Spain. So look at that, Justice. Look at that. Actually, Spain losing God of the Sea because of Russia. We do have a Yeah.
The tobacco settle wouldn't help with that, and also there's no way for Spain to know, so it doesn't make his decision any worse.
Well, we do have another setter going to the east side. Russia is going to have a decent amount of food and yields coming up from like production yields, gold yields coming up from these tiles. He's already improved 3 of these coastal resources, and I do see him going for his Lavras, Yaroslav and St. Petersburg. That actually comes to mind. I guess we're only going to see probably Spain try to get that region at some point, and we're going to need to see how he's going to try to use it. Russia is kind of far away to actually have that extra +5 against him, or be relevant with the extra +5. St. Petersburg does benefit from an iron tile. That's 4 tiles out because he moved north, and I do not see horses in the first city, but he does have a horse tile in the second city. 3rd ring out, that's quite expensive. He will need to go around it. His third settler is gonna go somewhere in the southeast. I would assume he's gonna go for the oil over there, so he can get that fresh water from the lake and a possible connection with the cities of China here. Oh, we got a war declaration out, and I think actually Alexis Krempp got pushed into the middle instead of pushed out. That's a bit awkward. Well,
yeah, that's indeed a bit awkward.
There's another setter coming up from Beijing, guys. You never know, man. Anyway, China. Oh, I see France did actually take from Mohenjo-Daro one of those builders, and he's getting a third settler out of his own. But I do want to first take a look at Scythia before we actually go and talk about the SAS team. Oh no. No.
Okay, this actually depends on which computer Paul is. Because like if he's
he can't settle there.
Oh yeah, true.
Oh my god.
But like the warrior doesn't see the settler, so like it is very possible that he just moves to the city. We will see.
Oh my god, he got so lucky. But now he sees it.
The warrior cannot see it.
Yeah.
Before. So this is
Paul sees
like
this.
Yeah, from our perspective, it obviously looks lucky, but there's no incentive for Malm to go on the 2-2.
Well, no, I get it. I get that one. Sorry. Yes, I totally understand that one. But it's still luck based. Like there is an incentive, for example, to get more vision, and more vision you get from the taller tiles, which is the 2-2. So
yes,
he could have gone there. I would have gone there. I would have gone for the 2-2 because again, more vision.
Yeah, I do understand your point, but a better point, like at least in common competitive plays, like you want to make sure that you see the enemy city. So you can establish a spy, you see a city strength, etc., etc. So like he sees the borders, he obviously moves there to see the city rather than just going on the 2-2.
Oh, he deleted the settler. Didn't want to take the chance.
Yep.
Wow. Okay. I mean, at least he deleted the settler. Yeah. Makes sense.
But honestly, big respect to Paul here. He had his fingers obviously on the button there. Like,
yeah.
Last
Wow.
move by Malm.
This is unbelievable.
Like this was really decisive. He obviously had the fingers on the button and didn't hesitate. Had to be done. Unfortunate, obviously, but still better than getting it stolen.
Well, we do have Scythia coming up with already horses. He's putting down his kurgans and he's gonna start acquiring the faith and of course the gold from it. We do need to see how fast he's going to get his other settlers here. He could go for the west as well, and again the north would have been nice for the extra horses, not to mention the whale tiles. He would have had strong campuses, but I guess that Vietnamese warrior was just there exactly when he needed to be there. We do also need to take a look at all of the other civilizations in the meantime. Vietnam coming up with another settler to the northwest. That's going to be his third. I do see Thans already put down. He's going to probably make a triangle or a setup over here with multiple towns with other districts, so he can get the best culture out of it. We got traders coming up from Thang Long, and he has a slinger for defensive purposes against Scythia's scout. Insane Otter 8435, thank you so much for the follow, sir. And also I guess chat did go crazy a little bit. Philip Guten Abend, mein Herr, was also telling us, Justice, that Paul is not on the good PC this time. We do have him with a possibility to actually come back into this. I'm pretty sure Scythia is going to be able to come back into this. We do have him buying out those 3-3 tiles, and that was quite a bit of gold for him, but that also gives him good yields to work. On the Vietnamese side, we do have horses coming up next to Thang Long. I do not see iron though. Oh, iron is 4 tiles out to the northeast. I guess he moved for the Medity settle, and that put him a little bit out of reach of that iron tile to the northeast. A bit awkward. Oh well. Let's see. On this side, we do have Zulu coming up with 3 coastals. He's gonna get 3 of these campuses this time around. Alexis Krempp is actually going for the campus first opening into probably commercials. So we do see him getting some monuments out, and he's gonna have a lot of science. 11 science already with 3 culture a turn. We do need to see how fast he's also gonna get the multiple trade routes, so he can send to Spain over here in the south. He has improved multiple fish tiles with whales, and I don't see yet a possibility for well, not a possibility, but he didn't get yet a pantheon. It's gonna take a little time. Well, he does have 13 faith. Maybe he's gonna pick it now as we watch it happen. Maybe. Well, he does have iron in the third ring. He moved away from horses, so he's going to need to settle another city there. Not that bad. He's going to have a good placement for it with 3 patches around it, a mountain tile and so on. It should be fine. Multiple tutus to work there in that city. Well, I guess he's not picking his pantheon yet. What is he? Is he? Or is he not? Is he? No, a Malm just picked it. Malm did go for God of War and Plunder. Oh, that makes sense. Did he not have Goddess of City Patrian Goddess here available for him? Or did that just fall out of favor a while ago?
I don't know, like City Patron was never really favored on good Vietnam players, to be honest. The thing with Vietnam generally is it just opens up so many options in which way you can build the Civ. And yeah, and like personally I do feel like the Civ is still not really figured out yet.
Yep. We got Fish in the house. Good evening, sir. Welcome. He's asking us to recap a little bit. In the first game, we did have the game started up on the 7 Seas. We did have Kree with Kublai, China getting close, spawning relatively close to Gaul, and Gaul unfortunately lost his first settler, well I guess his second settler, first settler built, second settler, to Kublai China's, was that a warrior or a scout? Anyway, it was something like a unit. Couldn't do much about it. China could actually escort that back to his land, and that was about it. Then while all of this is happening, he was okay. He was, I'm gonna go for the third settler. I'm gonna try to put it down. I'm gonna make more Gaysates. They bought him one. They got more slingers in the meantime and so on for him. But Kree started coming against him with multiple Occhitaus and a warrior. He was getting encircled from everywhere. They didn't let him go in the direction he wanted to. Hazaggi actually pushed him in another direction, and he ended up losing that settler as well after a few turns in a floodplains position. That was painful. That was just wow. Yeah, that was just wow, unbelievable. We do see now them settling on the Pangea map. They wanted to go fast really quickly, even though they had good spawns otherwise. Playing 4 versus 3 from the beginning of stage of the game wasn't ideal for them. Let's take a look at Hazaggi. We do have him with the Temple of Artemis in Paris. Looks like he did settle towards the north there, Toulouse, and he is gonna go relatively close to beat them up over there in the north. Looks like he's also getting a few more builders here in the city of Lyon, and he's gonna start improving his horse tile to the south. He already improved one in Paris over here, and of course he got his deer tile so he could actually build a Temple of Artemis. This is not a very strong Temple of Artemis, but it's a goodish Temple of Artemis. Only has 1, 2, 3 bonuses in the capital, 4 actually potential with the deer tile on the west side, with another one in Toulouse, and that's about it. But I guess it's fine. Maybe this cattle tile would at some point get some bonuses as well for Toulouse.
Yeah, more importantly on this spawn is just the food though. Like Paris really lacks food here, and the Artemis will fix it.
Yep.
Like Artemis is just a good wonder. It gives you so much.
We got a question over here also. Zabroni Canada is asking us if Atomation lost a settler. He did not, sir. He did actually go for the Cliffs of Dover on the west side. It just took him a little while longer. That's why he stayed on 2 cities. He's going for his 4th here and open up with campuses. He's going to have a decent amount of science with everything else. It should be fine. Looking at also Spain, that's the last civilization that we have to look at from Sus team. He did get his own pantheon. It's going to be City Patreon Goddess. He's going to get the 50% off the 1st district, and I do see him getting his traders already from the other continent to the capital. Actually, is it from capital? Yeah, it's from the other continent to the capital. We do have him getting some harbors out and starting to improve his coastal resources. Does have horses in the 2nd ring of Madrid, with iron in the 3rd ring of both cities. Quite expensive. The iron tiles are actually quite expensive tonight. Well, it happens. Speaker 27, good evening, sir. And oh my god, okay, I just said it, by the way. Speaker, good evening and welcome. Basically, the quick summary is UnderTheGun lost 2 settlers in the first game. Turn 29, they said, okay, we GG, let's go for the 2nd game tonight, and this is the 2nd game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was just about to write it out and trying to take a bit.
Arthur is also calling out Scythia for having -1 settler and -1 builder. Wait, did he actually delete a builder here? No, he chopped it. He didn't delete it, he chopped it. If you're talking about the builder in Pokrovka, he chopped the tile. Or did he delete it afterwards?
There's 1 shop and 3 improvements though, so he lost the 2 charge builder to the warrior thing.
Okay. Yeah. Well, he probably deleted it, not wanted to give it. But now it's good. Paul is pushing out the enemy there. Vietnam is being pushed out of his territory. We do have a 3rd settler coming out from Pokrovka here, and Scythia is gonna have a few slingers that could be improved into archers. It's fine. He's getting his encampment. He's very wary about the Vietnam over here to the northwest. He's gonna be aware that he's gonna need to get a general for his units. Vietnam is just gonna passively get one anyway. He's with the God of War and Plunder. He's making 1 regional point a turn on each of these tons. The tons by default do not give you a general point, but with God of War and Plunder, of course, you do get an extra point there. Back to work. Have a good one, man. Have a good evening. Arthur also, Vietnam took a builder in Pokrovka. Okay. He saw it on Malm Street. Okay, so he actually took it and deleted it. Okay, interesting.
Just to get back on track here, let's have a look at the city-states.
Yes, thank you. Nazca with Armagh, we got the religious bonuses here coming up from these 2 city-states. Not bad. Russia, I'm pretty sure, is going to be quite happy about these. They are relatively close to his opponents, though, so that might not be the best choice. But anyway, Anshan with Geneva and Fez coming up for science. We do have Fez close to Russia. This might come in handy to convert the cities of China over here, get some science. We do have Kagwana with
convert to Russia.
Yeah, full conversion. Yeah. No,
it will be Russia.
Yeah, we do have Mohenjo-daro with Kagwana coming up for the culture bonuses. One is here, Kagwana. The other one is... Where's the other one? Hello? Oh, here, Mohenjo-daro, okay. Buenos Aires with Auckland will be the ones for industry, and it looks like we already have Amani first from Lythoxa from Spain going into Auckland. He wants that extra production on his tiles, and unfortunately, well, he did lose God of the Sea to Russia. We're going to need to see him get back in the production screen. I do fully trust Spain's ability to actually get a lot of science, get a lot of production going with those internal trade routes. Valletta with Lahore and Volyn will be the ones for military, and it looks like Valletta, of course, again, good city state when it comes to building up. I'm not so sure Volyn is going to be that useful, but you can definitely get a lot of general points when you defeat a military unit, so at some point maybe somebody's going to want to use it. Temple of Artemis finishing up next, and for Hazaggi, he's starting to improve more of these pastures, and he does have one more charge on the builder. We do have more builders coming out, and I gotta say he didn't go for his fourth city here. While we do have Atomation with a good settle to his northwest, going for commercials now, and I do see campuses. Wait, he did not discount, right? He didn't discount a single commercial here. Okay. China, 4 to 5 cities. Is he, what do you think? He's gonna settle the coffee tile next? Or is he just gonna ignore Giant Causeway?
Actually, if you want to settle there at all without being coastal, this is obviously the perfect spot.
Yeah.
But the city would still be forgettable. So
yeah.
And also, quite frankly, the city is just not good. So he might as well move somewhere else. Like you don't necessarily need to settle on the one to have control of it.
Jabroni Canada is asking us about the district discount on Vietnam when your culture gets so high really quickly. You want to answer that?
Wait, sorry again?
How do you get the district discount on Vietnam when your culture gets so high so fast?
Like the answer to this would take like 2 hours, so it doesn't make sense on stream. Like I generally feel like, like I generally feel like from a sim perspective, like doing discounts correctly is kind of a masterclass, and people just always do or skip the 9 classes before and then wonder why the discount doesn't work. This is how I generally feel like about the Civ community right now. Maybe a bit cynical, but yeah.
Okay, well, I gotta point out there are ways of lowering your culture for a while. For example, not going Moksha first. He's going Pingala first. He's gonna try to get some science. I don't think he's gonna open up with a lot of monuments in his cities. Again, lowering his culture count. And when he's gonna be ready, he's just gonna pre-place as many of these districts as possible before he actually opens up. And I guess the main worry here from him was opening up entertainment complex and theater squares faster than other nations. Well.
Wait, what? Forgettable? I don't know what you're talking about.
Because you said you wanted to say forgettable and it came out forgettable.
Yeah, forgettable. Yeah,
forgettable. Yeah,
like it can be attacked from the seas.
Yeah. Also, this guy is saying Vietnam didn't discount anything here. Yeah, I don't think he actually discounted anything either, but he did keep the cost low enough. That's quite important, to keeping the cost low enough. Like immediately after he discovered those districts, he put them down. He didn't need to go for more, more discoveries. I wonder if there is going to be a change to its suzerain bonus in upcoming patches. Suzerain bonus. Oh, you're talking about Geneva, right? That was the talk about you guys were talking about Geneva earlier, about its suzerain bonus, the 15% sign whenever you're not at war. Well, it's still a strong city state, guys, in the FFAs. You know, still a strong city state.
Like, I don't see why this would be changed. Like, there's no reason that every city state needs to be top tier or useful. Like, it's completely fine if they have different strengths and weaknesses. Like in Dimas, obviously Geneva bonus is useless, but in FFA it's very loved, so why change it?
Yeah. There's I gotta say, the majority of the time we actually see oh my god, okay, he knows about Zulu, he doesn't know about Spain coastal, he knows about Zulu coastal, doesn't know about Spain coastal. I do want to say that we're looking at part of the Civilization 6 community that wanted to be how to say that really enjoyed the 4v4s, but in the whole Civ community we got a lot of other games going on, from even fun games started up with one city challenges, or the hidden cups, for example, which are basically like FFAs, Ironmans with different rules, again FFAs a little bit different, the 2v2s, the 1v1s, 3v3s on Terra maps. We've had a lot of extremely diverse, I would say, competitive scene. It's just like the 4v4 was a little bit more how to say, organized, I would say. Yeah. And it showed the biggest potential when it comes to organized tournaments. So we try to focus on that as much as possible. Commander Snake, good evening, sir. Can I show yields? Yes, and I do have to point out immediately there's a reaction coming up from Under the Gun. When he saw the coastal settlers of Zulu, he just went south with that settler. I really hope he's not going to settle the rice or that olive. I really hope so. I mean... Not ideal. No, he's opening up with the encampment also from Shenyang. I do see Beijing coming up with an archer. He was forced to get a galley, so he gets his golden age. Everybody did manage to get a golden age with, well, I guess different perks on each. We do have him with 4 cities over here, and I do see he's going to need to start improving them. Quite far away, I gotta say. This is not max cities, this is more going towards best cities. Oh well, we'll see how Under the Gun is gonna try to max this out. It does look like his land available is only gonna allow him to maybe settle 7 cities, and that's about it, which is not something you actually want to have.
I like actually what Under the Gun did here. He will settle where he is right now, because he still wants the Luxus, but
he wants the olives, he wants the dyes. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, also he has 2 tools in range to buy, 3 of them. It's non-fresh though, granary first.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, the only purpose of the city is really to get the Luxus up. Other than this, like, the land of him is obviously not good in general, so like he will have a rough game.
Yep. By the way, guys, get your votes in the prediction. We do have only 2 minutes and 40 seconds, so you can correctly predict the outcome of this this game. And it's unbelievable. We got 49,000 points put on the SAS team. Wow, guys, come on. Like, any Scythian lovers here? No Scythian lovers. Come on, guys. Yeah, we do have also. To talk about their each of their golden age options here. Under the Gun did go for a pen, brush, and voice. Looks like he does have 9 cents with 12 culture at the moment. Only 1 gold at 10. He didn't start up commercials. This is, I guess, a bit of a surprise here. Going for encampments into Government Plaza, and it looks like you're. Hey, look at that. He's going for the dice settle. He's not gonna go for the march settle. Okay, he's surprising us.
Yeah, well, I mean, in the end, that doesn't really matter. The city will be useless in this just here for Luxus.
And it is gonna be battle sheepable. You know? Yeah, just one more tech, guys. One more tech. We got Potato with 12 science and 25 culture. He did go for the monumentality golden age. Does have also 27 faith at 10 and did get the first religion of the game, Taoism, with the choral music and the pilgrimage. He's gonna get the culture out of his shrines and temples. This was, I see, a discussion point in the chat. We're talking about a lot of food coming up from his resources on the coast, and he is probably gonna try to make the most out of it, balancing out that tundra lack of food. I do have him going for his Gavaron Plaza. I do see Harbor already put down first. He is, look at that, he's actually gonna give a good land to trade with for China. Look at that, he's opening up with harbors here. Would you have expected that?
Yeah, on the spawn, totally. Like, good adaptation by Potato here. To be honest, I expect nothing less. So.
Yep. Valentine, thank you so much for the follow, sir, and welcome. Jabroni Canada also asking, doesn't UnderTheGun die to disembarkment day Zulu with the Spanish battleships as cover? He might. I don't know. We'll see. This is all in the game here. We're gonna need to see. By the way, on UnderTheGun, I do see religious settlements as the pantheons, and as you've seen me count actually how many cities he has available, this might actually come back to haunt him. He does, I guess, get some extra production towards some of the settlers. He's also gonna get free tiles, so there is some strength into those bonuses anyway from religious settlements. Potato did go for God of the Sea with Russia, and Paul is with Tomaritsu is in a monumentality golden age, actually with the God of the Forge as a pantheon. This is a bit surprising to me. I was thinking he might actually want to go for something like initiation rites, especially since he did want to go for monumentality, but I'm thinking, well, now he's just gonna try to put as many of those kurgans as possible, get the faith out of it, and we'll see how that goes. Oh, relic, nice, more faith generation for Scythia.
Yeah, as Paul had to delete a settler, he probably feels kind of evil and just wants to evolve Vietnam as good as he can. Though I'm not sure. Like, I think he's a bit too far away. I think Paul overreacted here. Should have went for 5-6 cities and then tried to do something, in my opinion. But can we have a quick look about Mohenjo, by the way? Because I feel like Mohenjo is a very important kill for the control of the area.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mohenjo is over on the other side of the river. It's going to be hard for China to keep it, but France is probably going to have a much easier time to keep it there. I do want to go for also Atomation, 11 science with 26 culture, 29 gold at 10, 33 production, has the benefits of Cliffs of Dover, extra culture and gold, and I do see he's also going to have a good campus there. He's going to try to get a plus 4 next to it, 1, 2, 3 with a 4 with the commercial in the city center. We got more settlers coming up from him, going for commercial hub investment. This is the second or the third, actually. I see second. I see a great merchant project over here. He's gonna try to get Zankian, the first grade merchant. He's the only one making commercials. Wow, only one. Interesting. I wouldn't have expected China to go there, and maybe this is like a subject that we need to touch upon afterwards. Hazaggi, 8 science with 18 culture, golden age for him. Catherine de Medici with Temple of Artemis in the capital. He will have more food, more housing, and not to mention those extra amenities coming up from his improved pastures and camps. We do have him with multiple builders, and I do see another settler is going to the southeast somewhere, and getting another settler from Toulouse. He's looking to expand, looking to enrich his empire. Lythoxa, 13 science and 26 culture, pen brush and voice cold range, 5 cities soon to be, 6th actually, with Seville building up another settler here. We do have him getting some horses out, and campuses are coming out from Barcelona. He's gonna try to follow up the harbors he made with the campuses for the extra science. Interesting choice to go for ancestral hall. I guess he's gonna want to expand everything here in the south. It is gonna be well, I wouldn't say this is an ideal land to settle, but I guess we'll see. And of course, we do have some horses for good measure for increased defense in his cities, and maybe he's gonna get to defend against Scythia. Oh, Scythia actually already going crazy. Interesting. Okay. Okay. Alexis Krempp with Zulu, Pen Russian Voice Coordinate. She's getting implement training projects from one of his Ikandats in Ungumdumdumlovu. We got builders coming up from Ulundi and Kwadukuza. I do see Nongoma getting another Ikanda, and I am a bit sad that we actually don't see him following up his campuses with either harbors or commercials. That would have given him quite an opportunity there. I guess he's a bit worried about his opponent, and Ikandas are gonna give him a way to defend. 29 science, 31 culture. Very nice stats coming up from Alexis Krempp. We got Malm also 21 and 29. He's fighting off poles 8 and 6, and this is what Justice was saying. He's very worried about this. Both of them do benefit from a journal. We do have Scythia starting to come out to fight over here. Malm is trying to do as much damage as he possibly can, and it looks like the archer is probably gonna die here. Paul is not on the good PC, and wait, did he just delete his archer? No, you can't delete him. What happened to that archer? Is he losing? Oh my god, he actually is losing so much gold. The archer got deleted itself. Oh my god, yes, it happened. Colorado-san, thank you so much for the follow, sir. Yeah,
I was excellent.
Yes, you take the microphone now. Let's go. Let's go.
Well, actually, the archer was kind of dead anyway, so like, it's actually pretty lucky that this guy disbanded, other than like a more valuable unit than a horse, for example.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, it's obviously a blunder, but could be worse.
I gotta say something. Vietnam is kind of refusing to go all into the military, and still is trying to get a few builders out, like a few archers, and not really all of that. I guess he doesn't see all of these suckers on the way there. These guys, when they get onto the front line, they're gonna be so hard to deal with. So many of them.
Yeah, so like I have no doubts that Paul actually will do what he can here, because by it looks he feels desperate, so he will go all in on this. I feel like it remains to be seen if he can actually make stuff happen.
I guess the biggest worry I have is not only his economy, he's losing gold per turn, but also what is he gonna do with the stats? Having 7 science and 5 science versus an enemy that has so much more this doesn't matter. Whoa.
No, like I think we talked about that in the physics game. Like if you go all in, you go all in.
Yeah.
Like if you build a campus on the side or stuff like this, you just have 2 horses less. This is not how it works. And like, he decided that he wants to go all in. I think this is arguable. But he will execute here. Like he will just keep spamming units until he achieves something or he dies. He will probably never have a campus the whole game.
Well, political philosophy coming up next turn. I fear we're gonna see him switch immediately to Cantho. These horses do have quite a bit of movement, and they did get the attention of Vietnam in the capital city. Vietnam does have multiple units there, but Paul has Saka horse archers with a much faster route towards Cantho, where yes, there is a Governor Victor established there, but it will take a little bit more time for Vietnam to reposition his units to get that city defended. He might lose a city here. Well, I guess an eye for an eye. It was a settler for a city. Well, we'll see. We'll see if that's actually happening. We do have him also needing to fight off Buenos Aires. Buenos Aires, who is Buenos Aires is from? Buenos Aires got Hazaggi. Okay. Oh no, he's not actually. He's just gonna keep on pounding Vietnam here. Okay, I guess.
Yeah, it's actually pretty good terrain for like. And honestly, I felt like the terrain is a bit more rough, but if we have a close look, it's actually pretty good terrain. So yeah, I mean, we will see if Paul can make something happen here.
Ooh, there is a possibility for that horse to die. Let's see if he moves it out. Oh, he shifted it out, so he gets a promotion. That left the horse with an open way for Vietnam to get in. He's probably not wanting to move this horse so he can actually get a promotion on him, or some heals popping off. While in the meantime, Malm is going to need a lot of archers. The archers can turn into void chains a little bit later, and those are going to be units pushing back Scythia. Of course, there is some time between now and then, and we do need to see if Paul is going to make good use of these Saka horse archers. Do they have vision over what's happening here? Yes, they do know about these Saka horse archers. And more horses coming up from the cities of Scythia. I guess Buenos Aires is giving them a good heads up about Scythia's intentions, and you do see this warrior actually can start to hit Cantho soon. Well, the warrior is not important, sorry. The Saka horse archers getting Cantho from multiple sides.
Well, possibly, but then 4v4 teamers, like, obviously only the Zeus of the city-state sees that this is not team vision. Like, only Hazaggi sees this. So what needs to happen is Hazaggi actually takes a look at Buenos and then tell Malm what units are coming. Like, it is obviously possible, but it's not a given that Hazaggi actually updates Malm properly here. Like, Hazaggi obviously has his own game to play as well.
Going against Mohenjo-Daro next. We do have France coming up with those archers. He's getting a few horses. He's also moving a settler towards the north. He is gonna get a position between his two opponents over here, trying to strike a blade between them. We're gonna need to see if Hazaggi is going to be successful into this 2v1. Scythia did actually return his units or reposition his units a little bit to the south. Immediately Malm put horse inside of the Cantho, and I did switch between the two visions so we can actually see what happens. Of course, with Cantho now getting the decision to be defended or attacked, we're going to need to take a look if Paul is going to be successful on this one. Sun Tzu just moved from Thanglong to the south, and it does seem like there we go, he wants to bully the Sakas. Oh my god, that Saka actually took 2 hits and survived. Yeah, not ideal, man, not ideal, definitely not ideal. Anyway, on Under the Gun, I do have to point out we do have him right now on 5 cities. He's still on 5 cities, and I don't see that many units that could handle the pressure France is going to start to put after he takes Mohenjo-Daro. He's going to notice Mohenjo-Daro is going to be taken down, and I'm pretty sure he's going to need to have a reaction about it. We do have also Mapuche getting more stats. Looks like across the board over here, it's actually quite hard to get the stats up for Tranquility. Under the Gun is 14 science. We got Potato on 15. Atomation is also 14, and he did open up with campuses. They're still not actually doing that amazing. Now, that being said, he's going for a few more of these campuses, and I do see Swordsman coming up from Engulumapu. Commercials for that extra gold per turn, and oh my god, look at that PotatoSandwich is actually the biggest gold generator of his team. Russia here. Who would have imagined Russia actually making the most gold? We do have a PotatoSandwich with also pyramids coming up in 2 turns from Novgorod. I do see he's starting to improve chop and do as much as he can for this side. He did manage to finish Oracle in the city of Yaroslav, and St. Petersburg is going for more of those builders. Mohenjo-Daro is about to be taken down. Looks like a Potato is trying to see what's going on here next to the French settle. The French settle doesn't have movement now, that horse does, and they should notice Mohenjo-Daro is taken down. Yeah, there we go. Immediate reaction, a horse. One single horse though. That's one single horse against this whole army. I'm actually curious if we got the France over here getting an encampment down. Yes, there we go. Encampment in Lyon.
Are classical generals not gone yet? Like Scythia has one.
Not gone yet, no. Vietnam.
Scythia has one, Vietnam has one. Oh yeah, Zulu didn't build, right?
Yeah, Zulu didn't build. That's the.
So still 2 generals up for grabs.
Yeah, Zulu only has 1 Ikanda, and that's it.
But he has a general there.
Yeah, he has a general. So there's one more available. That's it. Well, That's awkward. It looks like Scythia can much more easily deploy his military to the southeast of Cantho. He has a lot more horse archers coming up to attack this, and we do see spearmen coming out to play from Cantho. Vietnam will need 3 turns to get there. While yes, we do have so much strength on these Saka horse archers to attack into the horsemen, especially since Vietnam is actually put in a place that he needs to defend in floodable terrain. Well, he kinda was the one settling the city there, right? In the first place.
Yeah, I mean, he still has the river defense, which kinda makes up for it, but...
Oh, they're trying to take out the general. Oh, okay. That warrior, man, attacking him to the horse, that is a very brave warrior. Yeah, well, a lot of units here from Vietnam and actually quite damaged. I think he saved the Saka, right? Oh yeah, this is like so low HP, I don't even see the bar. Okay, 4, but he can get a promotion on it, it's fine.
Yeah, Discord's pointing out that Sakas are of the very few units which actually can benefit from a general here, yeah. This is actually one of the biggest deals about Scythia, because they come at horseback and therefore are counted as classical units and not ancient, but as the most others too. Therefore the general applies to them, yeah. Makes them really, really strong.
Yeah, the Saka horse archers are one of the few units that start up from the beginning. Yeah, I do agree. They're very, very strong. I'm sorry, I got to laugh about Fafnir's joke over there. Like, I say, you can't defend on floodable terrain. And then Vietnam says, but I can though.
This is actually a very easy steal. Because like a couple of days ago, this joke has been made already on Falcon's stream, where Kanto got killed. I don't know if it was Fafnir, but if it was someone else, shame on you, you stole that joke.
Oh no! Yeah, copyrighted, man. Mamaletto is also saying it will get slammed with Archer inside. Well, let's see. I don't see actually Scythia benefiting from a lot of full strength horses on the front line. Well, I guess we will need to see what he's gonna do and when he's gonna start attacking. Yeah, there we go. He's also trying to take out these other archers. Scythia does unfortunately not have the first moves here, and we've seen it. We've seen Paul try to use his shift enter, his end of turn maneuver, to get his horses out of danger, and oh, there we go. He just lost one, and this was what. This is why this is dangerous, to go for the last moves and then shift it out of the way, because you might not get that opportunity. Well, we do have him starting to get some promotions. He's also starting to deal more damage against the Vietnamese units. In the meantime, losing some units of his own. There's not enough damage yet against the Cantho, and we do see a spearman is going to come out next turn. There is, well, I guess the biggest challenge over here would be to use this army as best as he can. That city is not being put under siege. He will need to deal more damage against it if he wants to take it down. And the biggest challenge. It looks like it's dead. Yes, it looks like it's dead next turn. But at what cost, though? That's the.
I mean, it's an evil push. He just wants to do as much damage as he can. So it will obviously cost him, but.
It will cost him the army, though. That's the cost, I think. That's the full cost. If he goes all in, he's gonna lose all of his horses. But anyway, coming back to this, I wanted to say the biggest challenge not only is to use the whole army. I think why we should consider also how Scythia can develop behind all of this. He lost his upgrade over there to the southeast, his third settler that did get to Mirif, and now he's trying to get back up. This was his chance to force Vietnam into defending himself, so he doesn't get to just freeze him overhead. And I guess he's doing quite a bit of damage here, forcing so much army coming up from Vietnam. France and China. Yes, I can check. Mohenjo-daro about to be going down as well. Got flipped. I think a horse that did go down.
Oh,
No liberation coming up from under the gun. Wasn't fast enough.
could have also waste, but
Wait, that was a horse for two horses, or was that a horse for two horses? Like two horses for two horses. I'm not sure if there was a horse in Mohenjo-daro or not. Anyway, oh, he didn't even get Kantho, or did Kantho got... no, he didn't get flipped. Okay. Okay, well, Scythia over here, I guess what he gets out of this is a lot of army from Vietnam. And the thing is, you said he's gonna go all in, but he didn't go all in. He went halfway. He built an army. He sent it to his opponent with a general, and then behind all of this, he tried to get some sim done. I guess we're gonna need to see if Paul is gonna be correct on this to refocus his efforts to be a little bit more relevant during the mid part of the game. Paul is on 10 science and 17 culture. Does have a monumentality age with only 7 faith a turn. That's not that big of an income here. And oh, look at that campus coming out from Pokrovka. Man, you just, what can I say? He's trying to outmaneuver you. Justice.
yeah, probably. Like, I mean, he obviously realizes that he cannot overrun this.
Okay. Oh, they need a referee. What? Okay. Who got open sky? Oh wait, there's no Pantheon in France. I don't think anybody got open sky. Spain did go for City Patriot Goddess, God of War and Plunder here. Fertility rights on Zulu. Interesting choice, by the way, fertility rights. We've got religious settlements here. Russia did go for God of the Sea. Goddess of Festivals on Russia. On Mapuche. Getting that extra culture coming up from multiple plantations. What does the France continent split look like? Not good. Definitely not good.
No guard opportunities.
Yeah, he can defend with guards, but that's about it. And I guess we're going to need to see when Mapuche is going to start up working his stats. Unfortunately, it looks like across the board here, Tranquility is just not having stats. I don't know what to say about this. Like 10, 10, 10, 10. Like everything starts with 1 here, and it's not it's not hundreds. What do you think about this? Is this gonna be survivable? I guess that's my question during the mid part of the game.
Yeah, well, I mean, first off, it's obviously very fair because they simply don't have mountains. Like, other than Mapuche 1 or 2, they just don't have mountains, so you naturally just don't play the campus. Makes a lot of sense.
Well, now we do have campuses coming out from China. We do have Russia getting that economy, and Scythia, well, he's getting some campuses, but not good ones. I guess Mirif can actually get a +2 here.
Yeah, so I don't know. Like, generally speaking, like, obviously 3 of them are very scuffed in the top left of the map. And then there's Scythia, which can else.
Yeah.
So yeah, naturally, SAS team will have the better sim here. Just dictated by the map, right?
Well, to be fair, Zulu did start up with campuses and not commercials here. Maybe gold? No, Lythoxa is going to make the gold for them. It's fine. 93 gold a turn coming up from Spain.
Yeah, like I would assume sooner or later Russia gonna trade to Mapuche and make a lot of gold as well. I mean, I guess it remains to be seen what Malins can actually do.
Yep. We don't know yet what the referee request was for. We're gonna need to see after and if the decision was made. I do have to point out Hazaggi.
I think I know what it's about.
Mohenjo-daro?
Yeah, like as he has retaken Mohenjo from Under the Gun,
Yep.
he may be tempted to ask if he can take another city-state now.
Oh, yeah, I guess so. But is there? Well, I guess it's Sunshine on the way. Oh, he had all of those, right? He is like surrounded by another 3 ones.
Yes.
Yeah.
I do think, like rule-wise, as he took Mohenjo in the first place, I wouldn't think so. But I guess that's was the question. Can we have a? Can you quickly do escape? Or maybe we can have a look at production and food values. This is actually
Yes,
usually a better story at this stage.
it does. It does actually. Well, about the same production, I would say, across the board between them. There isn't that much of a difference, but we do have still Sustim a little bit ahead.
Yeah. Other than this, yeah, it really has to be said. Like the land of Under the Gun is just a bit sad, and they're obviously extremely scuffed. So it's up to them to make actually something creative happen. But yeah, generally speaking, like naturally just by space and tile yields, the map obviously favors Sus team. But there was no way that they could really know that on the VMAP vote. So.
Oh, it's Hazaggi that asked for the referee, by the way, and they're T+. Man, this is just, I gotta say, Sus team here is just showing such a commanding 2 games. This is unbelievable from them. I mean, they're showing their muscles.
Yeah, I agree. Like as being said, the first game obviously was kind of the perfect storm for them, but still you have to give it to Hazaggi and Lythoxa. Like they did the correct movements. They used their first moves accordingly, and
Yep.
they made MCC right away. Obviously, kudos to them. But it was really like kind of the perfect storm for them, right?
Yeah, it was. I gotta say, it was like, well, like you said, those chances. How many chances you have to actually send exactly where you have to be the scouts, and then managing to pick up a settler like that through the fog of war and so on. It's not that easy to find.
Yeah, like I don't want to take away anything from them. They obviously played this very well. I'm just saying that you, like, even if you're like the best player in the world, you do these kind of plays like 100 times and you succeed 1 or 2 times.
Yep. Like, it's been, how long has it been since we've seen actually somebody do something important with Kree?
Yeah,
like this, you know.
It just happened to be the semi-final of CWC when it was the 100th game.
Yeah, nice. I mean, honestly, I think he actually counted them. He definitely counted them. Like, he was like, guys, I have 99 games with Kree. Yeah, this is my last one. This must be it.
Kree to save up. Yeah, exactly.
You know, he got all of that karma built up on him. Yes, guys, let's do it. Why the call for a referee? Well, I don't know if I can actually. They need to actually say it. It was of Mohenjo-daro, and there we go. We got the liberation.
Oh, so okay. So the question was, can he liberate and retake?
Yes.
Probably.
Yeah.
Like he just wanted to be sure.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's much better to actually ask instead of going for the relobby. Nah. We do have goddess of festivals on the west side here, with Mapuche actually benefiting from a little bit more culture from that. He does have 18 science and 38 culture. I do want to point out something very important here. The Hazaggi is going so fast for coursers. Coursers will tear down both empires here if they don't get their science up, and especially if they don't manage to go for pikemen. And even with pikemen, with that extra diplomatic visibility that Catherine de Medici benefits from at castles, you can imagine Kublai is in a very tough spot. If he doesn't get a general, he did get the general. Okay, so Hannibal Barca did get acquired there by UnderTheGun. He's gonna have a general. France is not gonna have one. He's gonna need to do some projects over here to get next tier generals for those coursers. Still, there's a lot of damage that can be done. And is this Hazaggi cosplaying Mapuche? I guess so, right? He's cosplaying Mapuche at this point.
Yeah, like if you want to call every Civ who goes for Cursor cosplaying Mapuche, sure. But like I would actually say that Black Queen is the original Cursor. Cursor chat, but
Cursor Griever. Yeah, I guess so. We got a question over here about loyalty. Of course, being so close to enemy capitals versus your own capital does put a lot more pressure on the city you settled in there in the front line, and that's why it's the problem. The pressure from nearby cities is a lot bigger than the pressure you're applying. Paris is quite a ways away in the south, 2 cities out, and since it did not actually keep Mohenjo-Daro, that creates a problem.
I think this is also Mapuche ability, right? Like cities with governor apply minus loyalty. Like I think this is the additional -4.
Right, I need to get. Isn't that so? All cities within 9 tiles of your civilization with a governor gain +4 loyalty per turn towards.
Lautaro?
But that's not it. No, it's no.
It's not?
No, it's when you defeat an enemy, like a unit in the borders of an enemy city, you do lose loyalty, but that's about it. Oh, wait, what?
I confused this then. This is just a flood.
Yeah, it's fine. No, I mean, Bordeaux should be stabilized-ish. If he goes taller and he gets his monument, he should be okay, especially after he got Mohenjo-Daro. It takes a little time for the loyalty to update here, so we can see the true numbers. Yeah, what's up with the Automod sending me messages? Well, Automod is taking care of the bad words you're using, so yeah, maybe don't use bad words. What is the T plus meaning? T plus means teams ready for the next part. Wow, actually Scythia decided to go more than Cantho and go towards Spain here, trying to do some damage for Spain to get some defensive units. He already had a few horses on the east side, was ready for a few pillages. Lythoxa is well, I guess experienced against griefers like this.
Yeah, this starts to remind me of the desperate Demoi horses.
Oh no, yes, those ones. Well, I gotta say, UnderTheGun is starting to get his science up. We do have Potato also needing to get all of those campuses down. First, he's getting more settlers and trying to get Mahabodhi Temple to finish up his religion. We do have him generating 40 gold a turn, just as Atomation is also getting his their stats up, 24 and 41. It doesn't seem like it is fast enough though, but maybe that's just my impression of it. We do need to see what's going to happen in the next few turns. We got 9 more turns until the next World Congress. China is also getting under attack by France. Looking at the tech side here, France is 4 turns away from castles, guys. They will get the gold for him. That's the biggest thing, right? Lythoxa 91 gold a turn. That is going to be quite important over here for France to keep these horses alive, get them to their full strength, and then upgrade as many as possible to go against China. It will take a little bit of time also after he discovers castles to move his spy into his opponent's cities. Also, this guy asking me, what do you mean cosplaying Mapuche? Catherine Corsa's push is pretty infamous. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
It is.
as being said, I'm with Desqua here. I think
Yeah,
Black
yeah,
Queen
yeah.
is the original cursor griefer, not Mapuche. But
Yeah, yeah. Well, the Corsairs were dealing a lot more damage. The Mapuche's units, especially before the nerf, were doing so many pillages, and it wasn't that unheard of seeing Mapuche's units just go all over the map, even across the map. While usually France only griefed the next door neighbor, or neighbors.
yeah, he will have castles in too. And yeah, also very decent gold. Also, Atomation is definitely more on the simming side here, so remains to be seen if we actually see that much Malent. Because, like, obviously you don't want to use Malents really for fighting rather than griefing.
Yeah.
And he's actually not really in position to do so.
No, and I'm looking at this encampment being placed down from Mina Piramapu. I gotta say, I do like how Atomation is placing his districts. He's trying to get the most out of them, and he will grow in science really quickly here. And the biggest issue is the timing. Can he get them in time to save Kublai? Because I don't think he's at risk. I think Kublai is the one at risk, and I cannot believe that 2 games in a row it's gonna be UnderTheGun being put under the most pressure in the game.
Honestly, not really. Kublai has Victor there, and he is a general over Black Queen, so the cursors can equal out the field. Like I don't think that cursors can push City here. They will try to grief, but I don't see them killing a city.
Well, let's see, because at the moment these horses are 44 against 47, and that's without the extra spy in there and without Corsairs. So I think Corsairs should
They have
be able.
combat bonus from Great General?
That's the Chinese one. That's the UnderTheGuns one. I'm looking at I'm looking from France into the Horse of China.
Yeah, it's 44
Oh, military
against
alliance.
47.
That's the difference. Military alliance. There's an
yeah.
extra +5 for military alliance, while China doesn't have a military alliance. When will he get military alliance? 38. He should be okay. 4 turns. So 1 turn is Atomation, and then well, I guess somebody else needs to get it for him. Paul. Oh my God, he might not get it. They might be forced to do a military alliance next door to each other. Not ideal. Not ideal at all. We got so much. Oh my God! I think Malm is gonna go on the offense, guys. How many points do we need to bet on this? Malm is gonna go Wojciech crazy on Scythia.
We will see. I'm not sure if this is really how they want to allocate the gold. Like they probably want to use the gold right now to upgrade all the curses of Hazaggi. And the Hazaggi, like it remains to be seen if Hazaggi can actually pillage some.
Oh, he's getting mercenaries. They have 150 gold a turn. That's 2 Corsairs a turn. In a few turns they get the gold for France. Then the Malm is gonna upgrade with his own mercenaries, the Wojciechs. Wow, just timing on this is incredible.
Yeah. They've got chopped shots. Like swords are actually not really stronger than horses are. Like there's no way Kublai went oligarchic legacy here.
That's a good question. I don't know. He went audience chamber. That's the thing that I can see. I don't know. I can't actually open up his cards now since we're in a pause. Yeah, they cannot afford to upgrade both, and usually it's much better to put all of your eggs in one basket, so to say, like focus on getting one major impact rather than 2 smaller ones.
Also, regarding the military alliance, it has to be done anyway, because obviously Russia wants to trade with Mapuche navally, So like this is the most important trading alliance, and then Kublai will just trade to Russia, I guess, with the research. So Kublai wants melee with Mapuche here anyway.
Okay, since we have a bit of time here, do you think going for simmers like this, like Kublai China or Russia on the Pangea map, was a mistake versus Spain and Vietnam and Catherine de Medici?
No, I'm totally fine with the draft. Like as being said, I do feel like they over-index on Russia, and giving over Shaka and Vietnam is usually a mistake. But this is obviously personal comfort, right? So I kind of understand it to a degree. Other than this, the situation right here is just 100% about the map. Like this has nothing to do with the systemic. Like, I mean,
oh my god, he called it out, guys. Do you see what I see?
Yeah, Zulu chariots. So, like, actually this guarantees that White Chance will not be upgraded. Like, if there's anything left, looks like they will try to double team Kublai here.
Oh my god, man, I gotta say, I feel so sorry for UnderTheGun. He's like, there's I don't know the level of bullying that is right now, but I feel like it's through the roof. Like if we would have had some kind of tilt button, that would have been hit a long time ago. And you've seen like on the screen, tilt. That's actually a good one. I should actually put a tilt button somewhere that could be redeemed or something on the stream. Oh my god. Well, giant maybe. Causeway knights with a general.
I mean, honestly, to be fair, like this is obviously also just dictated by map position, right? Like they are not necessarily trying to bully UnderTheGun here, thinking he's tilting or anything like that. Just happens to be between them.
Yeah, for sure. Wow. I mean, wow. Just wow.
Yeah, that being said, swimming knights, like actually UnderTheGun is an archer here, so he will see them, but I'm not 100% sure if he can actually defend from both sides, because obviously Zulu has a general there as well, and like if they can really upgrade, like I don't know how much gold they have, but if they can really upgrade like 6+ knights here, and iron obviously, this will be extremely hard to deal with. Because like it's obviously not just getting pushed from two sides, but also your general can only be at one side, right? While both of your opponents have a general.
Yeah.
This will be extremely hard to defend, yeah.
Oh, I just saw there's a game tomorrow. First game of the CPL League, the Premier League. First game.
Does general give movement on embarked units? It's actually a good question. I'm not sure. Does anyone know for sure in the chat? Like
sorry, can you say again? Is the general something? I just saw.
just a question from IMC Gret.
Yep. Does general give movement points on embarked units? No. Or actually, no, it shouldn't. No, it shouldn't.
I'm not totally sure about this.
Yeah, let's see it. I don't think they get it from the Great Terminal anyway, so let's see it.
No, Admiral definitely not, because they obviously no naval units. I think there's a weird interaction, as per usual in Civ. Like if the general is on land, you actually have an extra movement.
Yeah.
But if the general swims himself, you don't. But I'm not really sure on that.
Well, until he actually upgrades here, we're not gonna know for sure, because heavy chariots are not even classical, they're ancient, so they don't get the bonus anyway. I don't see any of them being ready here. But I guess we do have 3 things that are gonna happen at the same time, and we do need to know where they're gonna focus their efforts in. They just have so much gold. Oh, they do have a lot of gold. Lythoxa did keep making gold. Hazaggi does have 44. Lythoxa is 400. We got Alexis Krempp on 116, and Malm is 110. 600 plus gold will allow them to upgrade quite a few units, especially since they're gonna use mercenaries for this. Mercenaries cards will do get them the 50% off, and as you can see, we do have Hazaggi preparing his army over here across the river next to Mohenjo-Daro. We do need to see also if Atomation is going to manage to get enough science to get everything done over here in the southeast and try to maybe help out UnderTheGun. We do have UnderTheGun with a general. He did have Victor inside of Jiao Dong, and I'm pretty sure he's going to get an extra +3 from that. Not yet though, actually. That Victor is not yet giving any bonuses. Nor do we have him with a military alliance, but I guess that's only a matter of time. Buenos Aires taken down by Scythia. Paul is trying to get himself another city here. He is retreating his units from attacking into Spain, and from what I can see, Spain is trying to get more cities out as well. And they might want to ask, no, they're thinking of a relobby here. Interesting. Okay, we're gonna have a quick relobby, so we don't get into these things. I gotta say, actually, I've seen games in which players were able to rejoin the game without any desyncs. I myself did that, and then I saw games in which there were so many desyncs.
Yeah, and this is also why it's so extremely hard, or let's just say why I often call it voodoo when people talk about so-called fixes for that, because it is so inconsistent. Like whatever you do, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So it's extremely hard, and like after all these years, it's still not really tracked down what causes the problem. So you also cannot really fix it. This is really just extremely unfortunate for the multiplayer scene, obviously. Like some then just start to blame the net coding of Civilization itself. The others blame mods. Then others say, you didn't rejoin in the correct order. Then there's obviously wrong mods going on. Yeah. Like the list is endless, right?
Yeah. Oh, do you remember that time? I don't know if you do remember that time with we were playing, like we had a game per day, right? That was basically the multiplayer community, 1 game per day, or I guess enough players for a game per day. And we had so many issues that we had to join one by one in the lobbies to try to go around them. And oh my god, man, it was like, oh, let's go, you get your turn now, then next up you get called, and then you need to join and so on. Yeah, man, the days of debugging Civ multiplayer.
Oh, we're still in these days.
We're still in the days, yeah. Now, Killwiz is actually sure you're getting the extra movement from the general. Coming back to that subject.
Wait, who says it? I don't see it in the chat.
Killwiz9. He says, I think so. Immediately after IMC Grat 2 is asking if does the general give movement?
Yes, but I think so. It's more of a like, yeah, I think so. Like you pointed out that he's sure. Or did I misunderstand something?
Oh, yes, you're right.
Like I would at least interpret that as like, yeah,
there's still a
so.
question
just
mark.
The way
there.
I did,
Okay.
yeah. Like,
okay.
But yeah, I mean, we can have a look at it when he upgrades to the Knights.
Yep. They also, I gotta point out, they're getting closer to the medieval era, so they're gonna need to start getting as many of those bonuses as possible for the era score. I would think some of them will go Dark Age here, and I'm not so sure Catherine wants to be in a golden because of Mapuche next to him.
Yeah, very good point.
Like, to be fair, Hazaggi did get good stats over there, has a wonder to put some theater squares down. Has 2, 4, 6, 7 series already with Lautaro, and has a possibility of having an awesome attack here. It feels like he doesn't need... What is this, campus or theater? Ah, there we go, +4 theater square. Is he going? So he's 45 out of 45, he needs 56. By the way.
Yeah, but you definitely don't want to be normal. So I feel like he will go for the golden then.
Wouldn't be the first time that I see Hazaggi go for normal, by the way. Especially in this position.
Yeah, well, maybe. I mean, in the end, they probably kind of figured that they can end the game there, so doesn't really matter, I guess.
Yeah. It's also saying you gotta do the correct sacrifices, the right sacrifices for the servers over there, you know. Yeah, so for some you need to sacrifice the RAM, for some you need to sacrifice the gigabytes, you know, the correct sacrifices.
Oh yeah, there's a game mode, right? We need to please the gods by throwing units into volcanoes. And
Well,
never tried it out myself, actually, but
that is
sounds kind of fun.
interesting.
I think this is this maximum disaster thingy where like late game is like, okay, so your cities just get nuked by meteors or stuff like this.
Wow. Okay. That sounds horrifying. So that's next level. Apocalypse mode is the thing. Yeah.
Yeah, just as a natural disaster. And by the way, these meteors don't like act as a normal nuke. They completely make the city disappear. Like the city is just gone.
Wow. Okay. Okay.
Like, I mean, as being said, never tried it out, but that doesn't really sound like a fun experience to me. But it exists, so like if you want to branch out over multiplayer, maybe try it out for yourself.
Yeah. Well, we do have, by the way, on this side, Alexis getting a few more of these heavy chariots moved on the west. He does have still Ikandas that need to be built here, and from what I can see, he's getting some more builders, probably with the feudalism, all of them, with the feudalism card, the +2. I do see Vietnam did start to get some heavy chariots of his own, but not that many. He's also switching towards his own builders and has his general scouting in the front line, while Scythia only has the benefit of 2 Saka horse archers over here to defend Shertomlik. Scythia did manage to take over Buenos Aires, so at least he's gonna have another city to benefit from. That's putting him on 6 cities, trying to get campuses out, and I guess he does have 2 more city spots that he could place some cities on. He does have the full northeastern though. Not great, but he still has the full northeastern. I do really like how Spain is getting that economy. The fact that he spawned close to Zulu does allow him to get the coastal trade routes to Zulu from multiple cities on double continents, and the Lythoxa is generating the most gold out of the game here with 121. That's actually more gold than the enemy team combined. We got PotatoSandwich on 44, Paul is 16, Atomation is 29, and then UnderTheGun is on 16. So I guess the biggest question that we need to answer is, can they get enough gold to upgrade everything they want? And the second question would be, can Tranquility defend the upcoming attack coming up from sus team? They're gonna definitely suss this out.
First I want to point out that all of this is obviously only possible because sus team did a big play level 1 and Zulu moved on the coast.
Yep.
This is not just a given here.
Yeah. Yeah, they made this happen. They made this happen. Yeah.
Yeah.
We got a question here from Zaboni Canada. He's asking about the BBG nerfs Mapuche. They nerf religious idols, yet won't nerf Meteor. Explain the logic. They did nerf the Meteor, if I'm not mistaken. So the Meteor, as far as I know.
No. He's referring to the meteors of the Apocalypse mode. I
The
think.
Apocalypse mode. Well, I mean, that's. Are you referring to the Apocalypse mode, or are you referring to the other meteor? If you're talking about the meteor side, the meteor sides did get nerfed. I believe pre-turn 20 gives you a population or something, and after turn 20 gives you a unit.
No.
Is it turn 20 or
15 it gives
15,
you 2
15.
boosts.
Oh, boost. Okay, something like that.
Boosts.
Okay, yeah.
Regarding the Apocalypse mode, the answer is obviously Apocalypse mode isn't played competitively, so no one cares about balance there.
Yeah, that's true. Wait, Hazaggi is 800 gold. Oh, he is 800 gold. Hello. Oh, everybody gave him gold. So this is it. This is it. They're gonna put all of their eggs into Hazaggi. Well, I gotta say, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11 horses going against 4 horses of China do seem a bit. Oh my God! Look at the damage. 54, 46. Under the gun, you need a military alliance, bro. Or did he get one?
Taking masonry.
He didn't. Oh my God! Yes, he knows. He knows. He has a builder out. He knows. he's getting bullied here.
Build a board, take masonry is what you do when you see this, yeah?
Yeah, I think this is one of those moments you're thinking, guys, can I get a safety settler out? Where can I go? Into Russia's land. But no, there's like nothing here. Maybe on the tiny island of Russia over here to the west side, maybe?
No. Like, honestly, you're so cramped up there. If Under the Gun gets seriously pushed here, this game will be CC'd, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. Well, I think that's gonna happen. As in that he's definitely gonna be pushed here. France is gonna get the spy in soon. It just discovered the castle, so it takes a little bit of time for the spy to actually move and establish into one of the cities of China. And I'm pretty sure China is the target here. With so many courses that can attack next turn, he can do significant damage. I do also want to point out China is forced to again defend in unfavorable terrain. He went for those floodable terrain tiles over there in Jiaodong. I was a bit surprised about this. I did call it out at the beginning because he went for larger cities rather than more cities. More cities would have meant you settle over here on the 1-2 or maybe the coffee tile, while he did go across the river to the south.
You kinda had to though, like this is just horrible land. Like you need tiles to work. Like if you just settle every city in distance without sinking, you're just gonna be well. So yeah, like as being said, he has pretty poor land, so he kinda needs to do stuff like this.
Oh my God, more courses upgrades. Like you see, okay. Another thing, he moved his units. The second he moved his units, his fortified just disappeared. Well, from what I can see over here, his horses are 50 strength, the coursers are 54, and that's without the extra damage from the intel. We do need to see also if Hazaggi is going to have enough science to get to printing fast enough. That's also going to be quite important if he does manage to get another intel, and that's going to be +9 easy peasy for Hazaggi, and usually that is where Catherine de Medici shines.
You can see Under the Gun as a machinery and Hazaggi and engineering, so like it's unlikely that Hazaggi gets printing before Under the Gun.
Yeah, Under the Gun did get 36 science in the meantime, so, and he's trying to get a few more campuses out. That's going to be a +3 here in Wuhan. But now the jig is up. We do have walls coming up next turn. It looks like France is moving in with multiple coursers. He doesn't have enough strength to go against all of the units of China, and I guess we're going to need to wait and see if Hazaggi is going to get his siege machines going soon.
Agropol is telling us Vietnam also upgrading. Really? Do they have enough gold?
Oh, they're doing it! And they're doing it. Oh, look at that. He does get +3. Oh, wait, no, he doesn't. What does he? Because that's both. He would have had 2, right? He would have had 2, so he got 3 instead of 2. I guess that's a little bit faster in. Yeah, there we go. He does get it.
Okay, he does get it, indeed.
Yeah. So it does get a minus, but then it gets a plus.
Yeah, let's look back if there's trading happening.
Yeah, so immediately China lost us horse.
2 horses.
He lost his builder as well. Looks like that city. Oh, that city is gonna get pushed anyway. It doesn't do enough damage on return on the coursers, and it looks like that city is it's going down. +6 intel coming up from these coursers. They can keep on pounding the city. The city under siege is not healing. We do have France also moving towards Mapuche. He does have significant damage done against Mapuche as well. Even with a Mapuche +5, it's not enough.
I see a chariot over there. So can you quickly show attacks? Like I would think UnderTheGun switching to stirrups here. No.
Nope.
Stays on machinery.
Yeah.
Okay. Like having a knight just for the city strength is obviously important here.
Wait. Sandorius is also saying that he had a question for a long time regarding the role of the teammate that safety settles in teamers because they don't need to focus on gameplay. Do they shift to team management or coach, or do they just cry in a corner? I would say no. I don't think anybody wants to be micromanaged, but if he does have some good pointers about the game, maybe he spots something that his allies didn't or something like that, yeah, that's good. Scouting also could be nice. Most of the time the players do tend to cry in a corner though and try to get an economy going. That's about it.
Yeah, having played in the situation a couple of times, I can tell you if the game is really important, you kind of do macro stuff. Like you kind of point out what, and like you have a lot of time to look at the map, right? So you just look at enemy map, look what wonder they're building, make a guess what win conditions they go for. You take care of like Diplo favor split, etc., etc. If you're not motivated, you just switch on the TV and only look at the PC for Congress.
And gold. Don't forget about the gold, man. You usually do need the gold, right? You go Diplo quarter, you get some harbors, you try to get some trade routes going with your ally. Send them some gold support there. Okay, so, oh my god, look at these. Wait, what happened with this one? Was this hit by an archer? Did that do so much damage? One archer, man. Help me. One Chinese archer with the Spear of Fion with the +3 is doing so much damage against these knight cores that are adjusted strength. They do have adjusted strength when embarked.
Yeah, the chat archer is dancing.
Yeah, it's oh my god. Okay, well, we do have this attack coming up from Malm as well, and you do see the Voicians do a lot of damage against the Saka Horse Archers, 52 against that 28, and we do have so many more that could be upgraded here. He doesn't have a lot of classical units to work with though, something like horses or swordsmen, only 3 of them to work, and I'm pretty sure Malm just wants to annoy as much as possible Paul here rather than take cities. He's probably also succeeding. Hazaggi -24 gold a turn. He's on 39 cents, 47 culture, going for machinery, while UnderTheGun did switch towards stirrups. His city though, Jiaodong, is gonna lose that fortification health soon enough, and we do have a general showing up on the battlefield as well. Hazaggi just got an extra +5. I gotta say, very good moves coming up from Hazaggi. A little bit sometimes unorthodox, but extremely good moves.
Yeah, I also have to point out it's pretty impressive that they get enough gold to really upgrade from all sides, and also now push from all sides.
Yeah.
Pretty impressive by SAS team here.
Well, now that the first night core is actually on Giant Causeway and on land, the archer is not doing anything, not chatting anymore. Well, we do have China also with multiple crouching tigers getting upgraded. This is the unique unit of China, basically faster field cannons, but they do have, unfortunately, a little bit of a downside. They're extremely squishy when defending, and they're strong when they're attacking right next to the unit. So it's kind of iffy. And Jiao Dong goes down before we saw those knights. Yep.
Stirrups next turn. Oh, and the first thing Hazaggi does is chop a rice. What?
I mean, what, you don't like rice? I like rice. It's good.
Yeah, I guess just give rice to the people to appease them. Huh?
Well, to be fair, he just grew the population instantly, you know? Like, yeah. I don't know what to say.
I just never saw.
Wait, whoa! He couldn't actually keep this one. That's incredible. Because he doesn't have a unit in the city, he couldn't keep the loyalty there. Oh, now it's okay. Now it's getting 0.8 because of Jiao Dong. Interesting. Well, Atomation is one turn away from castles, and he needs to be careful to keep a few of those units to be able to upgrade into Malm raiders. Looking at the era score, we do. Wait, what? Hello? Okay. I think there was a bug or something, maybe like a trade bug. We do need to take a look who's actually going to manage to get into a golden age and who's not. Hazaggi is going to go for a golden. We got UnderTheGun 56, 52, Potato 80, Paul Dark Age, Atomation goldenish, Hazaggi golden, Lythoxa golden, Alexis Krempp is golden, Malm is not getting golden. A bit unfortunate. Yeah, so that attack of Scythia actually damaged quite a bit Malm's sim over there. He couldn't get a golden. Oof, that knight. Oh, I mean, honestly, at this point, I'm not so sure what China can do here. With so many units coming up from... it's one thing to defend against the Hazaggi, where, yes, he's starting to have a lot of low HP units, but it's totally another defending knight cores from the east side with Giant Causeway and impies. Oof, this is gonna be a hard one.
Yeah, well, this is just one MP for golden. No one really cares about this, so may as well throw.
This is the hero of the army. What do you mean nobody cares about him?
Okay.
Wow.
So Zulu is the hero.
Yeah.
Yeah, it remains to be seen.
Hercules.
Like UnderTheGun is obviously under huge pressure here. Like, if he can somehow absorb Zulu and Hazaggi push here with quote unquote only losing in one city.
Yeah.
They can play on, but honestly, I kind of feel like no one. Like the big issue here is, especially for Kublai.
Yep.
None of them has any good campuses or high science, so no one can really boost.
Well, in the meantime, I do have to point out Atomation did get 56 science, 48 culture. Potato is 116 culture with 51 science, so he's getting bigger. UnderTheGun is also 53, 52, even though he's getting pressured. So he is trying to survive here as long as possible, because it does seem like even with this spawn, Potato is outsimming Lythoxa on the other side. This is such a mess, I gotta say. And of course, they did put so much effort into attacking their opponents here. Oh, I think I need to go A.
Oh no.
What? Oh, I need to go B.
Gunship entered or has a bug.
Oh. RIP. This is just not his day, bro. This is just not his day.
As they are not showing anything, I assume that UnderTheGun shift entered and stands by his mistake. Not claiming it's a bug. That's very honorable. Still hurts them, obviously. There's actually a good chance that Sus team doesn't notice when he doesn't say anything and still goes all in somewhere.
Well, you know they did liberate Mohenjo, right? So they will win this hands down.
Exactly. I was about to point out they would anyway, so it's not that big deal, but still, it shows the nerves. Which is obviously completely understandable, but especially in UnderTheGun situation.
Vietnam over here is trying to do as much damage as he can. We got another line of Void Chains that got upgraded after the pillages started to come in from France. And now we will need to see how fast these guys are gonna get there. They do have 5 movements, so they're quite fast going against Scythia. Scythia and getting his own horse archers out, trying to build as many as possible and to attack these Void Chains. He needs to take care of them very quickly. Okay, what will happen here? Nothing much. Mapuche is showing up. The government plaza of China taken down. This is where these crouching tigers shine, by the way, in the city centers, where they can actually have that extra +7 activate. It's 52 strength against the courses 55. I'm very worried about these cities though. Shenyang might go down to the night course, and I'm pretty sure UnderTheGun sees this happening. In the World Congress, we did have Taoism getting a 10 religious strength. Looks like in the production queues we do have 100% production actually in the second one. Diplo victory points coming up for Philip II. This would actually be a very important victory condition for them. I'm pretty sure since Russia also have as a Mahabodhi temple, he did manage to snatch away some points from Lythoxa, and we're going to need to see if Lythoxa is going to try to get the Statue of Rebirth. It's still gonna be Potato that's gonna get there first though on a civil engineering, so he can actually because he has so much more culture.
By the way, I want to point out that Jardong was kept by Hazaggi and not waste. So, like, I mean, if I like, it looks very rough for Tranquility here, right? So, like, if maybe Sus team gets a bit overhyped here and being too confident on like just walling UnderTheGun here. So if he can somehow actually make a defense, maybe maybe Sus team didn't prepare too much after this push. But yeah, first off, they need to defend obviously for this to happen.
I kind of feel like Hazaggi is going all into this.
I'm just trying to point out that he kept the city rather than raising it. Like raising it would obviously be the first play, but now it's like this can be liberated by Mapuche maybe. If they, as being said, if they can somehow get rid of the Zulu Knights, they can maybe somehow stabilize a bit. Because it really feels like they go all in on this and they are extremely confident this will work out.
Well, to be fair, Hazaggi is gonna pillage so many mines here. Oh man, he's gonna pillage so many mines.
Oh yeah, I do agree. I just I'm
I know.
Trying to find some outs for Tranquility here, as they are obviously right now on the losing side.
Yeah. Well, we do have another pressure on them coming up from Vietnam with these Void Chains getting the benefit of generals here. They do have now Malm does have a knight on the front line. It does seem like he's starting to take down quite a few of the Scythian units, including the defenses, slowly working on the defenses. One of the most important perks of the Voichen, excluding the damages, its ability to move after shooting, and my god, it is so hard to deal with that. Well, in the meantime, we do see Vietnam losing a few of them, and it looks like those Scythian Hasaka horse archers are just throwing themselves at the Vietnamese units coming against them, so they can manage to take as many out as possible. It seems like he's stabilizing, like Paul over here is stabilizing.
Yeah, sorry to correct you here, but the most important ability of Voichens is obviously their sound effect. Everyone likes Alexis, right?
Yes, I agree. Did you ever see Chandragupta's +5 when we tried to introduce the +5 on Chandragupta?
No, this sounds extremely stupid.
It went on for a week.
So Varus will have +5 themselves and get -5 on the other unit. So effectively has +10.
Yes.
Nice idea. Who did this? Was he drunk?
No. Was I don't know. I guess it was on the time of Kono when he was leading BBG. And it was only around Chandragupta's territory, but you can expand its territory with new cities like taken from your opponent, so you just were able to just keep on building up on that +5. Oh man, it was wow.
Sounds very funny, yeah.
I remember that. I think there was a clip with a guy from Texas that was getting pushed with Chandragupta, and oh my god, he went crazy. Oh, GG. We got a GG. Oh my god. Okay. 2-0 wins in less than 3 hours. 4 hours. Is it 3 hours? 1, 2, 3, 4 hours. 4 hours. Less than 4 hours. Wow. SAS team goes on to fight Frederitos de la Vega, get back on the track to get their CWC trophy over here. Wow. So this is unbelievable. GG. Was this because they were tilted? I honestly, I think they were tilted because the first one, I don't know if that actually focused so much on, they could focus so much on this one, but it feels like SAS team put out a hell of a game in both games.
Yeah, I agree. And honestly, like I really didn't see any tilt here. Like Kublai just had extremely poor land. They were extremely scuffed. Like it's arguable that they maybe could have remapped because of this position, but then again they had actually a map position like they would have liked to, just with a bit more land, I guess.
Yeah.
And also like another counterpoint is like you saw Paul deleting the settler. Like this is not how tilt looks. He was sharp in the decision, no hesitation.
Yeah, that is true.
So yeah, just very good show by SAS team.
Yeah, let's go for the debrief. Yeah. Okay. GG, well played, guys. I cannot believe this happened.
Yeah. Cri tout strong.
Yeah, they were surprised as well. I mean, well done.
Yeah, the first map was like it was obviously the perfect storm, right? Kui had no reason to send his scouts anywhere else because he had Kublai on the left, which I believe you didn't see his loyalty, and then Zulu on the right, so he just sent everything in your direction.
Yeah, I was actually settled on the Rhone. Turn 1.
Lythoxa saw the Rhone river, which is.
He told me,
yeah.
I have gold, I'm on Rhone, and I do big turn with all my hockey, and I click on Rhone.
Nice, man. Well played. Yeah, we didn't see Kublai, like I couldn't see loyalty, and all my teammates also said there's no loyalty, so that was just out of nowhere. Like, of course, a little greedy, but really unlucky. And then the Kree scouts, I mean, was perfect. Like Gastaya 120. I made, of course, a huge mistake on losing the second one. I should have like not lost it, but it's also just so delayed. Like it's tough.
Oh,
Well done.
we were wondering why. Well, I know it kind of funneled you there to the southeast, but why did you choose to go that route instead of trying to go back or something?
No,
Well, I was trying to go for the 3-2 banana, but it was blocked. There was another Kree scout. Like from my point of view, I couldn't like. Scouts were popping up from the fog of war. Like it was surrounding. Like I don't know. I mean, I was trying to go for the good cities, or at least what was left of it. I think the biggest decider is just losing the first settler. I mean, everything afterwards makes it even worse. I guess that map was actually good for us. Like if Potato can block the harbors and I don't lose my settlers, I think we're actually favorite. But
Yeah,
the
the
huge play.
first map
It's pretty good,
was
yeah.
definitely in your advantage. I agree.
But that's what we sign up for when we don't ban or pick Kree, is that kind of stuff can happen, like some percentage of the games where you just get completely griefed by Kree scouts.
Yeah,
That-
these cards are absurdly stupid. Like, I hate the save, but when it's open, I feel guilty for playing this.
Well played, man. You did it really well.
Yeah. I think Hazaggi has very good Okishito.
For sure. And the big first move, I'm a big legger.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a problem
That doesn't
today.
help,
Yeah.
Okay. What about this game though? I guess we should have remapped because we had no
Yeah.
space.
No space in Russia, no?
Yeah, it's very
No.
understandable though. Like from map position, it's kind of what you want. Also, land on Kublai was extremely poor, but it's understandable that you keep it for map position, which was kind of preferable, I guess.
Yeah, isolated Scythia is not bad. I'm not sure. I mean, I guess this should have been a remap. Like we
guess,
saw some tempo on Russia, but it's also not really what you want as a Russia cap. Like it's...
This map was very short because all of
Yeah.
us, like even us, we don't have that much space. I mean, like for the space you have, actually, we don't have you know, double time of your space.
Well, actually, we do.
Yeah.
We could do.
You think? Yeah, maybe
I can,
you. Yeah,
Malm
you.
can
Maybe
sit
you.
as-
Yeah. Yeah, but Malm
take
cannot.
it or sit.
Yeah, we have space between Malm and City State Peninsula, but Malm cannot get profit of that, and it's too far from me.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But you have a fantastic inland sea to trade with Spain.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Tours
that
on, I
was
mean,
insane. That was
Uh,
insane.
I went
Paid off in
external
the
first,
draft,
and
yeah.
I think it was
This has to be contributed to big brain Alexis Krempp here going turn 1 onto the coast
Yeah,
for the
yeah.
double
We-
V-fish big
we
move.
discussed it a long
Huge.
time. Long.
Yeah, I saw the reef and the whales, and the call was I can go coastal first city, so Spain can trade to me instantly, and maybe I will have a second city or third city, and then I saw the second reef and I was like, okay, yeah, let's go.
Yeah, it was very nice to have Spain go external because they had so much pushes to feed everywhere on the map. So it was very good call.
Yeah, well played. Paul lost a settler, right? Was the Vietnam scout, or how did it happen?
Yeah, I think it was a Vietnam warrior, and he had to delete it.
I didn't even notice he deleted it. I noticed it like 1 or 2 turns after because there was no city and non-settler. Because if you shift enter it, I can't take it. So I was a bit surprised where with no more settler on the tile.
Yeah,
You
so
moved
after that
your,
happened, this game was so bad, we decided to full Irel, but the distance is not right. Like it's too far away to be effective. Like it was, yeah, with the city
Yeah, it
less.
almost worked.
Crippled us big time. I mean, what does it do though? Maybe it takes one Vietnam city. I don't know. I mean, it was close. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, Michael, go ahead.
I wanted to say that initially Malm didn't see it, but then he moved his warrior right next to the settler, and I think Paul wasn't that trusting into his first moves to spam B or at least like shift enter it away. He could have settled in place. Yeah.
He has the slowest PC.
Yeah.
Yeah, his
so
PC is even slower than mine.
he instantly deleted the settler when he saw the warrior next to it.
I was thinking he will shift enter, so I didn't even want to take it. Because I can't believe I could.
Yeah, that was I'm pretty sure that was a little bit tilting on you, especially after you like this happened the first game, happening the same in the second game.
Yeah, I mean
also.
it's. I mean, we didn't talk about it too much, but yeah, when I heard they had deleted Settler, I'm like, oh boy, it's probably over again.
Yeah.
Like, maybe our early game movements are not so great for some reason. I'm not sure.
The,
Yeah, at least not today.
the advantage in the goal, though, that was amazing. What they managed to do with the economy between Spain and Zulu. I was a bit surprised about Zulu's opening on campuses instead of commercials, though, with so many trade routes possible.
Well, the thing is, you
big
wanted
campus.
to go big
Yeah.
push.
Yeah.
So
I
Yeah,
have
very effective. Yeah.
my land didn't scale that much. I can play on maybe 7 cities, but then I'm locked. So I saw like big campus sim with 2 cities and Governor Plaza,
Yeah.
and I was like, okay, I'm just going to night push and heavily play with John Costway. And,
so from the
disem-
beginning, you were waiting for that disembarkment over there. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I got delayed because we choose to upgrade Hazaggi before me. So my knight is delayed by like 3 turns. But also I had just too much science early on, so I could have just have knight maybe 10 turns ago, but not enough setup.
And the Giga Chad Archer of UnderTheGun just killing your units there.
He didn't kill anything, but it was boring.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, the water it's a different thing, not the 70 strength knight.
Yeah.
Yeah, well
Yeah.
played, guys.
Yeah, I just wanted to point out regarding the early game moves. Like this is just Vietnam, right? Like you cannot really adjust to it properly. And regarding the first game, you really just got extremely unlucky, in my opinion. Like you do this 98 out of 100 games and get away with it, or like
Yep.
even maybe 99 times. But was unlucky enough that you got punished this time, I guess.
Yeah, I mean with the first settler, yeah, this was just the perfect timing from Kublai.
Actually, your settler was very late. I think. What have you done before producing it?
I think double scout and I took to base with just 2/2s, so no additional tempo.
Okay. Because I think most of us had already settled when you lose your settler, so you had like maybe 1 or 2 turn.
Yeah, it was 1 turn behind, I think.
Yeah, 1 turn behind.
Yeah, I must admit, I played poorly today. I don't know. I just this was tough. You guys did really well. Like in this game here with Kublai, I think I also completely railed myself into getting an encampment. I had like no campuses, no stats, and the Zulu warrior like again right next to my city, right? And the griefers, the early units. Those
1 turns away.
the land was quite poor. Like where to settle because I wanted like the call was to not box in the teammates, but I couldn't go on the coast because you had the coast, right? And had to
Also
make
the
bunch of
land
units.
to the south was completely horrible, like only floodplains.
Yeah,
very
pretty
rough
much
spot.
all of our players were -1 amenity early game. Like we really struggled on Luxus until irrigation, like we had irrigation Luxus, but like the first 30 turns, a bunch of us were negative. Like yeah, it was rough.
Yeah, I think I should have gone irrigation first.
Yeah, probably.
And just do it like but we couldn't buy tiles because we were buying so much stuff. Like it was kind of crazy actually.
Oh, the 3 tiles away for Scythia, 3 tiles away from Kublai, I guess.
What did we buy there?
I don't know. We were buying units or something. I don't know what we were buying, but we weren't like able to buy Lux for a long time.
I guess we just should, like you should say, it's a Lux.
I think your draft is really low gold.
Yeah, that's true.
And
I was the Zulu, but
yeah, but
and
we
the
have
Spain can trade.
we
I mean,
have
early in the game, Russia is actually good gold, right? Like
With Goddess of the Hunt, but it was not
Yeah.
Goddess of the Hunt though. It was
Even-
a different type of Russia spawn. Yeah.
yeah. I mean, I guess if you don't have the deer improved, then yeah.
I mean Scythia and Lautaro and even Kublai China like
I mean,
You-
Scythia is fine.
I think
kinda
Jap-
everyone is low gold.
I
right?
think
like, at
Jap-
that time of the game.
I think you may have picked Japan over Mapuche.
Yeah, maybe a neighbor Sif,
Oh,
Japan. Yeah.
By the way, regarding
maybe.
draft, I was I was really upset that they actually gave Vietnam and Zulu.
Zulu.
Like
Yeah.
I feel like you really over-indexed in Russia here. Like I
yeah,
know it's
that's
a
what
comfort
I
pick,
did.
but-
I did not want to pick Russia, but everyone wanted to.
And we could have a goal also. Yeah, like you let us option between goal and Vietnam.
When you were like hovering Gaul and Vietnam, and you were saying like, why are you leaving these open?
Yeah,
And I was
really
had the
felt
same
like that.
question. I felt we should have picked Vietnam or there was a few other picks, but
I'm
not,
not sure.
not Russia. I don't
I mean,
think Russia
Kublai
is
is
right.
for sure super strong Sith.
Like they
Not
took
on this
they
map.
took Zulu. They took Zulu
Yeah,
first,
maybe
and
not-
like Zulu
not this
first,
much.
like you know what their game plan is to some
We
extent.
maybe we could have banned Zulu instead of Kree. I think we just usually we also wouldn't ban Kree. I think it was just because of
Yeah.
what happened. Like our mindset was not good.
And then
Like
we get grief
we
by
were.
Kree-
Yeah, I don't
we
know.
get grief by Kree scouts the same. Well, imagine if those were Kree scouts on you instead of French scouts. Like you would just
Yeah.
been completely dead. Like you were actually dead if that was Kree.
Yeah, also if you ban Zulu, you just give Vietnam over for free. Like this is not better.
But
I think we would have.
Zulu, I don't know.
Sophia-
Like you just
Sophia
pick
is-
first pick Zulu, and you ban goal, and or ban Vietnam, and then or ban both, and then we are like
you were
we
first
may
pick.
we may no yes true never mind. I
first
thought
pick
I
Zulu.
thought you were sorry.
We
No,
thought
you
we
were
would
first
pick
pick.
Vietnam
That's
and
what made it
goal,
tricky.
actually.
Interesting.
I think we should have taken at least one of them. That's for sure.
We were scared about you picking goal and Vietnam, answering to Zulu pick.
I guess we could leave Kree open if we leave Zulu open because you're probably taking Zulu, right?
Yes.
So then we take Kree and then we're actually in a good position. I think that was the play.
I'm not sure. I think it's very complicated. It's hard to find the right answer.
Early,
There's
early
a lot
Kree
of
pressure
options.
makes a big difference.
But it might also, I mean, yeah, sometimes it's amazing, sometimes it's very expensive scouts and you don't get much done with it. You know, it's a little of a gamble.
I think you shouldn't have also play the game after the first one. Like you should
Yeah.
have give you time to reset your mind and prepare the draft. Like here, you just like launch another game after a really bad one, and it's really hard to get as focused and to start a new game in the best condition.
You're right.
Yeah,
I think we should have
that's true of a lot of
played a
players,
little
for
longer,
sure.
keep fighting until we die, and then, you know, play this second game on Sunday. Yeah, it's something to learn from sure, for sure. Yeah. Like we were trying to be in a good mindset, but still it influenced our play. Like I think, I don't know. Yeah, of
And
course.
the draft. And the draft, you ban Clay last pick because of that. You don't pick goal, also maybe because of the last game.
Yep, yeah, I didn't want to play goal again, of course. Yeah.
So there
Yeah,
is
that's-
there is like a few decisions you choose during the draft that are too much influenced by last game.
Yep, that's true. But I think you played excellent. Like it was well done. For sure. I mean,
Yeah, I think everyone played very well.
Well,
Okay,
GG
guys,
guys, are you ready for Freritos though? That's what we need
That's
to know.
another question.
Because Freritos are probably ready for you. You're gonna
Yeah.
need to go again against the French team now.
Yeah,
At least we have one French team in final.
that's true.
Yeah.
Whatever happens, one French team in final.
That is true. That is true. Well,
Right.
GG, well played. I'm gonna open up the channel soon enough so you can talk to Freritos and schedule the next ones. Thank you so much, by the way, and congratulations for getting here, Tranquility. You did quite a track record coming up with all of the games, so I'm sure you're all
yeah,
proud
thank
of
you.
this.
Yeah, it was an amazing season. It was fun to play. I mean, the ending is a little rough. We sure didn't expect it to be today.
Yeah, I can
Going into
imagine.
game one.
Yeah.
But no,
Yeah.
it's been lots of fun. Like we had actually a great season. Like we started out in the qualifier and we weren't sure if we even were gonna qualify, and then from that to all the way here, a lot of stuff happened. So this was a great season. And good luck to you guys,
Thank you.
SAS
Under.
team. Moving on. I mean, you have some good chances.
Thank you. Well
Thank
played.
you.
GG for your season.
Well played.
GG,
Make
well
a
played.
podcast.
With much pleasure. GG. Oh, there we have it. We heard from both teams. I do want to point out the good sportsmanship between them. They did talk directly about what happened. Not that many bad feelings about them. Actually, no bad feelings at all. They did try to learn as much as possible from their mistakes, and of course, try to not do them in the next ones. We do. have actually this week finished. Unbelievable. It actually finished on Friday. We were expecting to have another game on Sunday, and it looks like this was it. We're going to need to take a look at the next games, and we're going to need to see when Freritos and the SAS team will get to schedule. I'm going to open up the channels for them so they can schedule actually much faster than the other ones, and we're going to see what the result on that one will be. Thank you so much, by the way, Justice, for being with me on the stream, and of course giving us your ideas about the game, your thoughts, your also strategies, and so on and so forth. That I'm pretty sure it's a valuable insight for everybody. Much appreciated for also all of the follows, all of the subs, so for everything. It does help me out a lot to actually get everything going here, and I do hope we're gonna keep on improving so we can get more stuff out for the communities. Have a good evening, everybody. If you're coming up from YouTube, throw this video a thumbs up if you did enjoy the content. I do hope we're going to see on the live stream on twitch.tv/OnSpotTV, and I do hope you're also going to enjoy the content over there on a live program. If you are looking at my schedule, you can check out my Discord with !Discord on Twitch, or you can take a look at the description of the video down below. Have a good one, guys, and see you in the next one. Bye.